Hello, my friends.
Hello.
We're here for the 40th time. I was going to say in a row, but there has been some
No,
gaps
it's this one. It's
here
no,
and there.
it's fucking. Nah, fuck it. I can't do it.
I don't know.
The camera
I
has
don't
me
know
all
what the
fucking
fuck that
juiced up,
was.
like. It's the fucking camera, man. It's like mirror imaged or some shit. Like,
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have taken so much caffeine before you come on, Tubbs. But
there, see, Bruno's got it. It's fucking 40. It's number fucking 40. The road to 40 begins here, people. It's fucking
4-0, guys. 4-0.
yes, 4-0.
But yeah, so it's been an interesting run, hasn't it? I started
It
out.
really, really has.
I think
And
my
to mark
very
the 40th episode, like of all things.
Like, I think the first episode I did it myself. I should have went back.
No,
and
it was
checked
me and
this.
you, buddy.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah,
did
because
it
I was
feel
pure apprehensive for about a week leading up to it because Brian.
pure apprehensive, like.
No, and it's weird because I'm normally a talker, but Bruno, this was the story. It was
Yeah.
Normally,
we were doing
Only a talker.
the retro wrestle chat, and I
Yeah.
remember Brian had texted me and he was kind of going like, "Hey man, how would you feel about like completely switching it up?" And I'm like, "What you mean?" And he was like,
Yeah.
"How would you feel about like like not doing wrestling and we tackle pop culture and just like junk geek fandom and we do it live on Sundays?" And I'm like, You want to give me a live fucking mic in front of an audience?
believe me,
I said,
Tubbs,
are you
it's a
off
decision
your
I rue
fucking
my life
game?
every day.
And
Yes.
40 episodes later, we're fucking here. And we're a trio. And it's like a fucking trinity of fucking superpowers. I love it.
And it's happened so naturally as well, because like
True.
Tubbs
Yeah.
disappeared, Bruno appeared, Tubbs reappeared, and
I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest, right? We haven't been cancelled yet. So that's a fucking win in itself here.
that's because our audience is so small. We're fine as we are.
And to be fair, our audience are as degenerated as we are. So
And
Mm.
that's what I was going to get to. I want to mention
Do you,
our
re-
audience.
you reckon they are? You reckon they are as degenerate
oh
as we
yeah,
are?
man, yeah, we are all degenerates in this chat. Like,
Oh, thank fuck for that, because I am a filthy fucker, I swear.
So,
Anyway, please continue.
yeah, so
know,
our
Damien.
audiences are here with us. Damien, good evening, all. Damien, I think, is here probably one of the longest of all the guys in the chat. He's been here every week, nearly, bar one or two. But come on, like, just, who cares about missing stuff? Good evening, all. Well done, Brian and gang, for making it to 40 shows. Here's to many more yet to come. Connor Fuller, happy 40th, Brain and team. Yes, I am the Brain, and they are the team.
I'm the
He's-
face, man.
And I'm the body? Fuck you
James,
guys.
Bruno, you're awesome. Shut up.
Brian's the
says,
brains, Bruno's the beauty, and I'm the fucking mouthpiece, bitches.
Congrats,
Aw.
Brian, on 40 shows. Brilliant. Bruno, unts. That's owing to our beautiful team tune that rings us in every week, and every other YouTuber that uses it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna mute
Uh,
because there's a mission. Yeah. I haven't even opened him yet. I'm that shit.
Damien says, got a small mission for Bruno if he's game during the show, if possible. Brian, I'd like to see if Bruno can pose Scareglow as he appears on the box. Just a small task, or is it? I think at the moment, Damien, he's having trouble getting him even out of the box.
Yeah. I have problem
And
with
Bru-
boxes, and
Actually, to be fair, if you remember
Bruno
a
has
few
problems
weeks
with
back,
boxes. Let's let that be heard.
I attempted to open Deathstroke like on the show, and man, that was a struggle and a half. Like,
it's so hard. Like anything that's so
That's what
they
she said.
like, especially Mattel. They have well done. They have these like stupid little things. There you go. Okay, he's out of the box, and now let's see. Have a look at his hands. You guys keep talking and fluffing, and I'm going
you
to
get your pose on while we conversate. So yeah,
exactly.
So Johnny Redmond says, good evening all, and congrats, Brian, on 40 episodes.
story,
Thank
Johnny.
you, Jonathan.
Aye.
Bruno, it's a mission indeed, because I haven't even taken him out.
I
And
know.
that's just... I'm not going there.
Yes, he was.
Connor
Okay.
says, if we, the chat, haven't called out for this to be cancelled yet, what does that say about us?
It
Well,
says
you're the
Connor
guys
that
that
you're,
keep coming back.
Degenerates.
it's like I said off the top of the show, Connor. We're all degenerates in the same bubble, my friend. That's what's happening right here. You know,
Yeah.
Don't you mean Mad Tubbs the pest? He has been called a pest many times.
very much so. I've been called fucking worse, but I'll take that.
Sex pest. Dirty Test. Yeah, I'm not gonna,
Hey, we're still, you know.
we're trying to keep it a little under. No, never mind.
Under
You,
what?
you do have 2 hours, Bruno. No rush.
Fuck that! I'm
Actually-
not taking 2 hours. I'm a king. I'm a king poser.
If any police audiences are watching, agencies are watching, I have nothing to do, nor do I support Tubbs' comments, actions, or any future crimes.
He's been in my
Me.
DMs all week telling me to say this shit. Jonathan's totally on board with the shit I say. Like,
Just for the court records. And
I mean, does this count?
Arse covered. See, guys,
yes, very much so.
I do
Right.
have some photographic evidence I'm going to show you in a while of Tubbs' crimes, but we'll leave it for a bit.
Give me a
Really?
sec.
Oh, hold on,
Just a sec.
I'll give Bruno the
Give me-
floor.
Yeah. Does this
There
count?
we go.
Oh yeah, that's
mean-
fucking fair close. Yeah.
There you
It's
go.
like he's about to say, "I like to party." Everybody does.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, do you know what it looks like? Do you know what it's look? It looks like he's about to stick. He's evil Skeletor button like wang into some bitch like, but he's doing it in
But
like
it's not
your Thriller
Skeletor.
Michael Jackson
Oh.
pose.
Oh my god.
He's
He's
got
gonna
the
stick
bone
his
for
bone
love.
somewhere.
Yeah, basically, he's like a
With-
dog
with-
without a bone, my friend. That's what it is. Dog
There you
without a
No, he's a
bone.
dog with too many bones and nowhere to put them.
Come on, Damien. Where's the challenge on this shit? Where's the challenge on this shit? There you go. He
Now
looks
you-
fucking horrendous. But there you go.
I've worked in IT. Oh wow.
Or I
yeah,
suppose
yeah.
we better
Public
be
Jonathan,
nice to Jonathan. So
Right. You can remove the spotlight from me because despite me being the face.
the face that runs the place.
Yeah.
Oh, kick from studio. Interesting. May need
No.
that in the future.
Okay. All right.
So, guys,
We're all good.
okay, so enough episode 40 Shy Talk. How is everybody this week? Have you got any show and tell for us?
yes,
I've got
Go
none,
on,
so the floor
Tubbs.
is yours.
I will go. But I actually just wanted to say as well the fact that we're on the 40th episode. Brian, even though obviously you're like my screen wife in the film side of things, we have been consecutively. When you think about it, though, if you think of our run through the whole Retro Wrestle Chat of 45 episodes and now 40 on the Culturcast, man, Jesus Christ, we have been running this conversation in different types of fucking mediums for a
Well,
long
Like a
friggin'
good
time.
boil on your arse, you can't get rid of it.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like? It's like you got drunk in Vegas and married like the hot stripper, and now you just can't you can't divorce me because I'll take half your shit.
And why are you here?
And you haven't, because he's my bit in the side, man.
Where's the hot stripper
I'm
gone?
his side.
He is the hot stripper.
I'm the hot strip. Yes. Oh
I
my
love
God.
Jonathan, you're a hero. Now, Tubbs. This is why I just
Dude,
say nothing
dude,
and go with it. So.
I've always said it, right? I would be the worst because I would try to be the nice wife, and then I would just be like, down the back alley somewhere, like.
What the fuck? I mean, depends why you're going down the back alley, Tubby. You're trying to make a few extra bucks to, buy your husband a nice
Leave him
present.
as a mascot for
Nothing.
the
Dude,
evening
sometimes
show.
I'm not even awake. You know what I mean?
I don't even need to be awake. Just let it happen.
I don't
Just
even need
put
to
the
be
money
awake,
on the
whatever.
table.
I mean, like,
But
I'm gonna show you guys something because I feel like Tubbs has been hiding this away for a while.
what have I been hiding away?
You know all that shit talk about Brie Larson that he does?
Yeah,
Like, I have some photographic evidence of Tubbs being a fangirl, like.
nailed it.
Me?
I mean, like, he's even got the PS5 controller there, like.
Yeah, but
I
notice
do
how
not
it's
have a
just a
PS5, right?
controller.
I don't know what
Notice
the
how
fuck
it's
you're
just a
talking
controller, Brian, not the actual console.
Now, actually, on the note of Brie Larson, something weird happened this week. I read an article about Brie Larson, and guys, I was shocked. She said some things in this article about like DC and Marvel fandom and how all of this, like, is all fucking fake, kind of pushed fucking, like fighting between, fans in general. And it's the way she worded it. And I fucking agreed with her, guys. I don't know what the fuck that says.
Tubbs, I think we all know what it says. You like Brie Larson. There's nothing wrong with
I
it.
don't though, but I couldn't disagree with it because that's how I feel about that entire fucking bubble. But I saw that article and I was like, fuck me, it's dark days. I actually agree with this woman and she's making a lot of fucking sense. But then she posted some stupid video about a ukulele and I was like, oh, you fucking ruined it, you dumb fucking bitch.
So you
you know?
get this straight, right? Someone I don't like, I would not read an article about them. So
It popped up on my. No, do you know what it's like? It was like
just
it popped up on my fucking on my page.
It wasn't in your Google search or
You know
like
why?
favorite.
The algorithm was feeding you.
But it was the headline that grabbed my attention. It was Brie Larson fucking talks about like fucking the divide between DC, and I was like, oh, I bet you she's talking shit about my DC. And I went into the thing, right? And she wasn't, man. She was fucking talking proper like a normal human being, not like the fucking internet crazies that are out there at the moment. And she is an internet crazy. So what the fuck is going on in the world? Up is down and left is right. Fuck me in my face. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Fair enough.
You want to know
Halloween
why this?
Yeah,
is
Connor. I only started recording this year, unfortunately.
But should we actually explain to the audience about the whole factor of the 40 in December?
Oh, because you're old.
No, you went. Yes, yeah, because I'm old. But basically, it's a crazy thing that like December is the month of 40. Because
Swiss cheese.
because December, as we all know, is now the month of 40 because the Culturcast turns 40 tonight, and in 2 weeks I turn 40, which is a nice fucking connection and a nice fucking blend, and I'm fucking happy out. I never thought I'd ever say that about turning 40, but yeah, I'm fucking happy. I'm fucking still sexy. Look at me, it's all good.
Well, as long as you think that, that's totally cool. Like
that's all I need to think, buddy. Do you know what I mean?
Tubbs, there's more chance of you having wrote that article than it was the real Brie Larson.
No, man. If I fucking wrote it, it would have been like fucking, oh, she fell down a storm drain and her leg got ripped off, and I laughed like a big, you silly boy.
Tubbs, you love her. Just admit it. That's all. You just want to be with her.
Bruno, it scares me, alright? It scares me. I have I completely detest a woman because of her views and like the stupid shit she says. But then the universe keeps throwing this, like, she said something nice. I'm like, fuck off, man. I don't want to see this shit. I just want to,
even the Google algorithm is like, you love her, Tubbs.
So, Tubbs,
I don't love her,
did you have a show and tell, or was this more Brie Larson hate porn?
Do you know what I think I should do?
Brie Larson hate porn. Yeah,
I fucking can't do it while I'm on a show because I'm actually on my phone. I was going to say it would be funny if I actually, like DM'd her on Twitter live on the show.
Can you DM?
You can't DM.
Not DM, but I should fucking write some shit.
Oh, it depends what you would write.
Do it this week. Screenshot it and we'll show it next week.
Yeah.
Okay, do it. And I'll even tell you what I'm going to write. I'll actually write to her like I agree with your views on the whole DC Marvel thing, but your stupid boots and your ukulele suck balls. That's what I'll say. And I'll screenshot it for next week. And I'll send it to Brian to show on the show.
That will be
And it's not because I'm a horrible person. It's fucking fun to hate this person, and it's good entertainment.
Well, sure, people do age better looks-wise, as can be seen with Warwick Davis and the mini-me actor Vern Troyer.
Dude, oh man, Vern Troyer fucking didn't age well at all. He aged 6 feet under.
Hey man, oh wow, Tubbs,
fuck
too far.
Well, apparently Christ. 6 feet under, Tubbs. That's how far it was. Woo. Jesus,
that was a hot take, Tubbs. Fucking hell.
I'm fucking sorry, folks.
Wow. So what do you think, guys? We mute him for 5 minutes for that.
I mean, no. I still want to see how far we can do to get cancelled.
See, we have to put him on the ball corner for 5 minutes, Bruno. So, Bruno, what's your show and tell?
Well, let me stand up and I'll show you my Prince Albert that I put in. On a more serious note, because I don't want to show you guys Micro Machines. Let me show you.
Messing tubs.
I got, so here's the thing. I got 2 Mayfex figures, courtesy. Well, I say courtesy. I paid Toys R Us, but I really appreciate Toys R Us.
You're going kind of blurry.
Oh, okay. How's this? Nope. Nope. Wait.
It's too hot in there.
Yeah.
Fogging up the place. Oh, me. Oh. Happened there?
Okay. Can I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. So, courtesy of Toys R Us, no drama, Toys R Us. I got Psylocke, or let me do it like that. The Mayfex
that's
figure.
really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Psylocke, wicked.
Connor says Stevie farts.
Thoughts. Hey, all right, Connor. For fuck's sake, I needed to drop a few.
Drop some bombs.
And drop some bombs. I haven't actually opened the figure yet. To be fair, I haven't actually opened the figures that I got from last week. I've just been.
It's got legs for
slacking.
days.
But yeah, legs for days. I'm really excited about this because actually, I think the Mayfex figures in general are probably the best X-Men figures we get, and it sucks that obviously they slowly release him, but they are focusing on the Jim Lee line, which is nice, which is obviously I think
Nice.
probably everyone's favorite line
Yeah.
of our age, at least growing up.
Jonathan
then-
said that's a really cool Psylocke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I do have a
Betsy.
beef with this one, but I'll show you the figure in tubs. Get ready to scream yourself.
Oh,
Hush.
Joker.
The
Oh,
Joker.
man, you're killing me with these hush fucking boys, man.
Man, I'm telling you, like, just Mayfex have been absolutely smashing it with comic figures. The only downside about this figure is because it's a Warner Brothers property, they won't actually allow you to have guns.
Yeah, that's
So-
such a stupid fucking thing. Like, what's that
It's-
about? Like,
It's fucking ridiculous. However, that being said, Hush does actually have guns, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, maybe he didn't. Shit.
I
Maybe
think
he-
this only started like the year before last, wasn't it? Or
Yeah,
maybe
so I
the-
still
the-
have Hush.
the-
Yeah,
but
I mean, because
Yeah.
they did have. I mean, I do remember fucking like. And this is the thing I don't understand about the whole Warner Brothers thing. Is right.
Nick says, Meow said chicken, death by doggies, and fuck the Minnesota Vikings, and Brian, sue Ronaldo.
There you go. Go on, Mick.
Mikey Casey says, what up, Chads? What up, Tom
Yes.
Holland wannabe?
Oh,
He's what's your man's name from Dune?
Oh, fucking Timothy
Timothy
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. So yeah, Mayfex have absolutely smashed it. I did wish that this had like a revolver for him. Thank you,
says,
Connor.
Nearly went to Mayfix.
Fucking love Mayfex. I'm all about that line.
Mick says, Bruno, Dark Knight Returns triumphant figure is amazing.
I have that coming soon as well. Thankfully,
You
through Toys
animal.
R Us. It's a fucking beautiful figure. Because you also get what's her name?
The little,
Yeah,
the female Robin.
Is it? Michael Casey. Nope, just kidding.
Mikey says, good to finally have a Sunday night off to watch the show. Watch.
Harry Kelly.
What?
That's it.
Good to have you back, Casey.
Good to have you
Great
back.
to have you here, boy.
Yeah. When he sees that comment, he's gonna be like, "Fuck that guy." Anyway, so yeah, I can't wait. for the
Our
Dark
chat
Knight.
is insult proof, so it's fine.
That's very true. Dark Knight with Carrie Kelly, and I think it's gonna be like awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
And I love the designs of those characters from the Dark Knight as well, dude.
Yeah. Nick actually used his brain, not Google, I presume.
Yeah.
Carrie.
Thanks.
Jono
Mick.
says, Bruno, someone on a different live stream mentioned Mayfex or Figure Arts Deadpool only came with swords but no guns. Could it be a Japanese legal thing? I think no, it was Warner Brothers put out a thing, wasn't it? Because they don't come with they don't come with McFarlane anymore either.
Yeah.
That's true. They don't come out with McFarlane.
No,
But no,
no.
I do know the point that he's making with Deadpool, because Deadpool, the Mayfex Deadpool, didn't come with any guns.
But-
It only came with swords.
Didn't
funnily enough, the Yamaguchi
didn't Red
one
Hood
did.
come with guns?
Yeah, Connor says the missing handguns are a real turn off for SH Deadpool.
Hmm.
Just buy a Legends Deadpool and use
I mean,
the
I could be
Guns after
wrong,
them.
but I'm full sure
Deadpool's
that
Marvel,
McFarlane Red Hood had guns.
I think
yeah, because I think this thing only kicked in like late last year or early this year even
Yeah.
about the guns and stuff. Because I remember Robo on the Fuchs was talking about it. He said it was a DC directive that started it.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. But there's so I think
there are some figures in figure arts that won't have guns. But as an example, Black Widow
Makes
in
sense. They're taking
the
our
figure
guns,
arts, they take no guns. Oh no, I'll right to bear arms.
but they won't take our freedom.
Exactly. But
Arr.
so the figure arts, Black Widow had guns. So I don't think it's an SH thing. I don't think it's a Marvel thing. I do think, as Brian said, it is a
Yeah,
Warner
if you look at a
Brothers
lot of the
or
anime
DC.
figures as well, they all have their guns and
Yeah.
stuff as well.
Yeah. But fuck it. It is what it is. I mean, I think it's silly when you're talking about, things for adult collectors. I'm not being funny. If you're buying your kid, actually, fuck it. This literally says on the box 15 plus.
Yeah, they're collectibles. Like they're not for kids. Like
exactly, adult collectibles. These are not.
And let's be
for-
honest, anyone that has kids, you ain't paying fucking 100 quid for an action figure for your fucking
Fuck
kid.
no.
No fucking way.
Hell no.
You only spend
and
that
at
shit
the
on
end of the
yourself.
day, right? If you're afraid to pack in guns with the Joker, but you're buying the Joker, just fucking Google the Joker and you will see some non-PC shit.
But it's not that at all. This is the backwards batshit fucking mentality of it. Is we're like, no, we can't put guns in with the Joker, but we can give him a crowbar,
Hey.
as a little accessory.
So
you know,
he still has a knife. He can still
yeah.
shank people.
See, exactly. We'll give him a knife, but no fucking guns.
You're gonna
no
tell me that
guns.
this joke is the sushi chef version of it? No, fuck
Like
off.
the hilarious thing is, like over in America, there's probably like a Walmart that stocks these with no guns, and 2 aisles
Now,
down you can buy guns.
I will tell you a little story about this.
Fucking
Now,
ridiculous.
this is going back to 99, all right? 1999, my first trip to America.
When you were,
Oh, yeah,
when
no,
you
yeah,
were
yeah.
30?
When he was 21.
The concept is 40. They all know I'm old. But back in 1999, it was my first trip to the States. And I remember we were in Walmart. And, man, the setup of this fucking thing was mental. It was like video games and fucking tactile weapons side by side.
Jesus.
Like, I'm not
Which
even
one of
joking.
these for Time Crisis?
It was fucking mental. Like, you had the video game wall
oh
all
my
down
God.
this way, like the whole way up, and then right next to it, there's like fucking this mad fucking countertop with guns and ammo and knives and everything in the middle of Walmart.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah.
America wonder why they have a fucking gun control problem.
Let's
Eh?
not go down there. But anyway,
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
even touching that with a bag of chips.
Hasbro
Like.
did the same with the GI Joe Classified for a while. No real looking guns.
That's
But
true.
the
They were
new
all Nerf
ones
guns.
seem to have real life guns. Maybe Valiverse gun packs had something to do with it. Yeah, I actually bought the first wave of GI Joe Classified series, and they had all like futuristic like lasers or something.
And they
They
looked
just didn't look the same. They didn't look right
Nope.
or anything like.
and they were Nerf guns. Actually, some were Nerf guns that they then showed up on designs. So
Like-
it's like, okay.
Everyone went mad like, and I don't know why. Anyone have a Sharpton Heston actually you'll have to pry his guns from my cold dead hands.
Class. Absolute class, Mick.
My toy news this week just made aware of BAM Toy Co. who are doing 3 classic real Ghostbusters 2022 for us figure fans. Check them out if a real Ghostbusters fan. If not, on Insta, better know. Yeah, I'll actually show you these guys because Damien sent me these during the week. If I can just get that link up. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh shit.
They're pretty cool. Where are they?
I mean,
Fuck.
Bless
They-
you.
and I think I sent them on to yourself and Bruno this week, Brian. But I saw from Beast Kingdom they were releasing Batman and Joker '89, and they look really
Yeah,
fucking
they
good.
were really class. So where are they?
Where is it?
Yeah, so
Batman.
there's the real Ghostbusters that Damien was talking about. And
Oh,
that's
shit.
really- that's really, really cool.
Twitches. Nice.
Well, yeah, if you're interested in those, go check out those. They're really cool.
Mm.
Nearly shut off all my DMs. Mikey says, if people see comic book characters with guns, it'll encourage people to be violent. I watched Man of Steel till I tried to shoot myself.
Dude, I watched Man of Steel 2 days ago, and I still fucking. I didn't shoot myself. I shot myself. You know?
Oh, fucking hell. he was a Man of Steel for a while, and then
Yeah,
he
I think
fell.
Oh,
it's
dude!
actually-
I mean, I won't lie. The film's what 2.5 hours. I had about
Yeah.
5 minutes of stealing me. Like,
every time you watch that, you lose some time from your life. That's what I'm just saying. Like,
oh no, I get it, man. It just like ingrains me. I
anyone
love it.
see the crazy Republican family Xmas picture
Yes.
with the guns on
Yes.
Twitter? Yes. it
Yes,
is
I saw that.
fucking
Yeah,
Crazy.
what a pack of
All of-
fucking like
All
fucking
of them
libtards.
holding
Like,
Morons. Still one of the big US trends make a big deal of not selling guns anymore. They declare bankruptcy 6
Did
months
they?
later. Fuck's
Oh man,
sake,
can I just say as well, right? I've noticed we're how long are we on? We're on 24 minutes, and I've rambled a fuck ton, right? But my form is really good today, so I'm just feeling happy and chatty and fucking bantery. So I'm like
Still early times for
rattling
banter.
out of my mouth like
Uganda Mountains.
Tubs.
tubes. What up, Mick?
Yeah. So did you actually have any show and tell, Tubs? Because I can't remember now. It's been so
I
long
do.
since I asked you.
It's not toys, but I got an early birthday present.
Did you attack Kex again for more cheap DVDs?
No. It wasn't cheap DVDs. It wasn't. It's actually an early birthday
CEX.
present. But
Okay.
as Brian and Bruno both know, something random happened about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, and I started producing music randomly, right? So I don't know what happened, but I'm really digging the shit out of it. I'm really
Another
excited.
bow for the string, or the string for the bow.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's another bow. It's another fucking notch on the belt, whatever the fuck they say. But it's
Better
I've
than
really
notches
been
on your
digging.
bedpost.
I've really been digging it. I've been really enjoying the process of like creating music and stuff. So this is what I got landed on my doorstep today. Was
Oh, that's really cool.
Fuck. Can you actually play?
Hold on.
it's been a while, but I'm very much in the vein of
There you go,
getting
folks.
back
As if he
into it.
didn't make enough noise, they got him a keyboard.
That's a
And
proper,
it's a
that's a
fucking,
proper fucking show and tell, to be clear.
That is
Nice.
class.
but
in
it's a
fairness.
digital fucking. It's got digital drum bass sections. It's got chords. It's got fucking all the digital pads. It syncs direct. What music from Tubbs?
Fucking standing, my friend.
I'm a soulful fucker, man. All right, I might ramble a lot, but I'm a soulful motherfucker.
So, Tubbs, are you going? What type of music are you going to make? Shorts?
Oh, look at him burying me with the size, huh?
Bite-sized
Sorry.
chunks of music.
I'm sorry. No, that
Well-
I think it's great. I think it's I think artists, not artists, but art in general is the way to feed your soul. So well done, buddy. I think it's
Well,
great.
what I'm planning to do with this motherfucker is just keep experimenting with the music, see what I come up with, see if I can produce more music and tracks down the
Yeah,
line,
we can play it and name
and
that tune.
just and go fucking and join with the art and stuff, and start to. Remember I was telling you about the graphic novel? I'm thinking
Yes.
maybe start off with maybe a 2-3 minute short animated movie.
Mhm.
You know, produce my own music and sound and everything to go with that, and kind of mirror the two together next year. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so it's
Fair
another project to add to the fucking belt of kind of keep this mind kind of, because the ADHD mind bounces from fucking left to right
Damien,
and
I
up
think
and
I'll
down
stick
and
to
all over
playing
the
the
shop.
triangle.
It's fucking crazy.
Something to learn.
But yeah, I'm very fucking interested to see where this takes me. Like,
Fair play, Tubbs. So
thanks, buds.
I don't have any thing this week because I had enough last week. So we'll move
Yeah, you
on
had quite
to-
the haul last week. Like,
Just
I
fucking
still haven't
smashing
everything
them.
open.
you hauled yourself out there.
Yeah.
To get no more
Hold
till
them.
Christmas, if even that now at this stage.
Yeah.
But so what did you guys watch, play, or read this week?
Ooh.
Yesterday, go on.
Go on.
I'll start this week. I
Okay.
watched the full season of Dope Sick on Hulu. And
You
it's on
yeah,
Disney-
you said
it's on-
that to me. Yeah,
It's on Disney Plus, but I had to get the rest of the episodes because I couldn't stop watching it. It stars Michael Keaton. It's about the real, true story about what's it called, Oxycontin, ravaging
Yes,
the
yeah.
United States.
of the uprising in the States, wasn't it?
Painkilling drug or whatever. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's frightening shit considering the situation we're currently in at the moment. Is one thing
Yeah.
I'll say about the company that we're running it, and very similar companies running the world at the moment. But anyway, that was really, really good. Michael Keaton was class in it.
Yeah. And
Um,
before you carry on, one of the things that we did discuss about Michael Keaton, we generally had to have a talk. Any shit movies that Michael Keaton has been in? Because I can't think of a single one where I was like, "Fuck me, what are you doing in this, dude? Like, what are you like?" There has not been one that I thought Michael Keaton has been shit in. Even
Well,
when
like,
I was
maybe-
thinking about
Like you could
Multiplicity.
make the claim that like Multiplicity or some shit like that was like. But-
yeah, we said that the other night. All right, it's an
Yeah.
okay movie though.
Yeah,
But the
it's
thing with
alright.
Michael
It was-
Keaton is like Michael Keaton has showed up in like movies you would think would be terrible, and he's been really good in them.
Yeah,
You know,
Exactly. But that's
Um,
so he did Batman. If you think about it, Batman, a superhero movie like that, after Superman and going a completely different route. Fucking Birdman was beautiful.
that was a good film.
I didn't expect to like Birdman, if I'm honest. Like everybody was going on about it, and my expectations was
I
high.
understand why though, because I mean, when I first heard about it, I really did. And to be fair, it is presented that way, but I really thought it was going to be like when I found out it was about a theater play and all this. I thought it was going. This is going to be some artsy fucking
I thought it was
wank
going to be
fest.
one of
now,
those
like,
ultra wanky fucking Oscar films.
Yes.
yeah, pure wank
Yes.
fest, artsy
Yes.
fartsy movie. Like, but it wasn't. It was a fucking really kind of meta, in your face, kind of like
Yeah.
trippy fucking
Loved
take
it.
on the whole concept. Like,
So sorry,
Yeah.
Brian, anybody.
No, cool. Just make their Tubbs. Can you play better than that famous YouTube cat that plays the piano? Jonathan says,
fuck
Tubbs,
that
you should
cat.
Tubbs, you should get Brie Larson to do some voice work for your own movie. How fucking meta would that be?
Man, bring her on. She can play a toilet, like, or the third in the toilet.
Mr. Hankey. Don't suppose, Tubbs, you were the age that remembers John Shuttleworth, legendary keyboard player.
I mean, I'm old. I mean, Ross Geller comes to mind from Friends, but
Oh my god.
That's not old.
Yes.
but that's 90s, man.
He was terrifying in Pacific Heights, Bruno. I don't even remember that.
I don't think I've seen that one actually.
Pacific Heights. Now that rings a bell.
DC fans were not happy at all when Keaton was. Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
It seems to me,
shit.
though, with most casting choices, comic movie fans aren't happy. So
I mean, look. I mean, and it's both sides of the coin as well. You know what I mean? It's like you've heard some random fucking freakouts of certain cast members for Marvel movies and DC movies, and I mean, what is it like? I mean, you personal opinion on it is. Like, do you think it's
Yeah,
like
he was
it's like
proper
self entitlement that like people just feel entitled
I think
that they should have
think
an
it's
opinion
like
on who's cast?
picture when you read a book, you always have an image of the character in your own head. It's the same when you're reading a comic book. I know. Yeah, they won't always look the same, and you're probably, oh, fuck's sake, why doesn't he look like him or sound like him? Stuff like that. But yeah.
That's
Oh, of course, yeah. Because I mean, like, I remember when reading Stephen King's It like years ago, the novel, like, and when the miniseries came out, I was kind of going,
You've read that
man,
many times.
I hope the clown kind of, like, is as good as the image I had of it in my head.
And that's
Yeah.
a scary.
And sometimes
The one in
they
your
give
head is
you
probably
better-
scarier than what they put in on the
and it's always going to be that way. It's like the expectations of, like, trying to have, like,
Yeah.
oh man, I'm going to have the best night out tonight. The minute you say that, you
true.
put your expectations up to the fucking roof, and it's never going to match it. So yeah, your brain always kind of, I think you always paint a bigger and larger picture of what you feel and think it should be.
And
then when you don't,
I think when there's like millions of people across the world all have that problem, that's where you run into problems.
I've always said it. Heath Ledger was the perfect example of it. When he was cast as the Joker, and me included, I was like, fucking
same.
white, the Knight's Tale guy. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I won't say 10 things ahead about
10
you
things
because I
ahead about
secretly
you.
love that movie.
Oh,
But,
everybody does. It's okay.
Yeah. You're not a nerd if you didn't, like, like,
Okay.
don't watch 10 things ahead about you guys.
Yeah.
But no, but I mean, I genuinely was. I was like, oh man, this is gonna suck balls. And how fucking wrong was I? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
So
suck.
there are moments.
Yeah.
But everyone has it. Like, I mean, Robert Pattinson. I think he was received well before that trailer.
No,
He
mate,
wasn't, like-
the amount of memes that I saw with Robert Pattinson. Oh,
Craig
look, I'm
Ball.
Batman, and it was this glitter. Do you remember that? Like all
Yeah.
of the Batman glitter meme. And honestly, I wouldn't have cast him in it. Like, no. And the thing is, he's actually not a bad actor. He's been in
This is it.
some serious movies.
He's actually a seriously good actor. Like,
Yeah, but I don't see Batman when I think of Robert Pattinson. But fuck me, that Batman trailer.
He looks like
shit.
Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like fair play.
No, those kind of actors always get that kind of shit fucked at them as well, though. The other guy who played, who's in High School Musical, Zac Efron, is it? He's turned into a great actor as well. I've no problem
yeah, I
saying,
mean, he's coming into his own, like, nicely, like, because I mean, you know yourself, it's one of these things they always end up doing, and they do fall into it, like when they do High School Musical and all that kind of stuff, they do fall
you
into
have to
that
start
kind of
somewhere, like, in fairness.
rom-commy type kind of,
Yeah.
lane.
Well,
you know,
it's their audience, right? They're hitting that audience.
And I mean, and to be fair, I mean, look at Leonardo DiCaprio back in the day, man. He had done some fucking brilliant films, man. And then he kind of started to fall into that, like, like Titanic, Aviator kind of style direction. And then he ended up, after a while, he took a break.
But he
And
kind
then
of
came back.
but he's always been on the epic side. Fuck, do you
But,
remember
but it
Basketball
was when he
Diaries?
came back, though.
Yeah,
It was when
that's
he
where
came
I
back
first
and did
saw
like
him. That
Shutter
was a
Island and
phenomenal
Departed,
movie.
Blood Diamond,
Yeah.
all of it. He just like knocked him out. It was mental how he started
Yeah.
to choose the correct projects. It's such a good
The
fucking thing.
beat was fucking phenomenal as well. I love
Oh
that.
my
film.
God,
That's what I
the
mean, do you know what I mean?
The drug
And
scene
even with
where
him,
he's
Go
like
through
in
the jungle.
so
that
trippy,
film
man.
is trippy as fuck, man.
Yeah,
Um,
love that.
Connor said there, I can highly recommend Get Back on Disney Plus. Amazing watching the Beatles coming up with songs and working them out.
I saw the trailer for
I've been
Derek.
meaning to watch it, but it's like
I
2.5
haven't read
hours long. So just want to put aside time to watch it properly rather than be going away and coming back to kind of thing.
Mm.
So yeah, definitely going to watch that. It looks class. Heard great things about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Damien said early 90s. Jonathan said it's Batman Tubbs. Apart from Blade, all the actors playing the character have gotten tons of
I
shite
agree.
beforehand.
I do agree,
Yeah.
man. And I think even at the start, Bale probably was the one that didn't get
I
a
don't think
ton
he
of
got-
shit. Like
I
I
don't
mean, I
think-
know there was
He
when
got
he was
enough for
first
playing
cast,
John
people
Connor.
were kind of going him. Like I do remember reading that. Like I do remember reading because if you remember, Cillian Murphy even auditioned for Batman in around that part, and he got Scarecrow.
Thank God for that.
Damien
He
said
played
he'd love to see a proper Scarecrow
I
film
agree.
with Cillian Murphy.
I agree.
I loved Cillian Murphy as Scarecrow.
James said he watched the
Genuinely
Power
did.
of the Dog. Not too many laughs in that one. I haven't heard that one though.
No.
Power of the Dog. I also watched, and I know you watched it as well, Tubbs, the season finale of Chucky.
Oh fuck him!
Yeah, it's all right. Like I kind of lost the will to watch it after the last 2 episodes.
I
but
mean,
still
I know you
finished
were
it.
kind of like iffy on it, but I fucking loved this entire run. I thought this season was just balls to the wall, fucking Chucky madness, man. I mean, it worked for me. It worked for me in all accounts. It was fucking funny. It was violent, and it like brought back the legacy characters. Added a few more.
I liked the last episode. I admit that.
It was good, and I'm intrigued to see where they go now in season 2.
The last
You know what I mean?
2 or 3 kind of dragged it out. And I don't know, they weren't great, but I still watched it to the finish, and I'll probably watch season 2 as well. I also watched the next episode of Dexter. That continues to get good.
Okay.
I highly recommend. Like, even if you haven't seen any of the other seasons, watch this one. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jonathan was asking about it last week. It's really good so far. Yeah, that's kind of all I watched. I've been playing a lot of GTA San Andreas in the definitive edition. There's been 2 patches now, and it's pretty much perfect, bar 1 or 2 things. Like when you're out in the desert, you could be running along, and there's like bits of grass that are in the mid-air. But I don't take any notice because I'm so used to it kind of thing now. Like,
I mean, is it a case of like are the glitches really bad? Like, are they just like
like I've put about 40 hours into the trilogy itself so far.
Okay.
And it's only crashed. It's crashed on me twice.
You've got
Other than that, it's only small like visual things that you kind of notice, but it wouldn't affect your gameplay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
See, I'm tempted to give Vice City another try. San Andreas just in general is just fun as well. The only problem that I have with GTA 3 is the main character doesn't talk. Like
No.
he's just and
Fido.
Well, CJ.
No. So CJ is in San
3.
Andreas.
Oh, so I'm thinking San Andreas. Yeah, backwards. I'm thinking. Yeah, in number 3.
Yeah, so he doesn't talk, so it just breaks immersion for me. Plus, obviously, when I played it, the rain was just dog shit. I think they fixed it now anyway, but I need to give that a go. Have you tried Deathloop, by the way?
Yes, I played
And?
the first level of it, and funny story actually. I'll kind of say it's quiet because she's in the next room, but I played the first level of Deathloop at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and my missus was totally fucking wasted in the sitting room beside. She was like, "Turn it down." I was like, "Okay, I'll play this tomorrow."
Whoops.
Well, yeah, I do intend to play it more. It's very no. Do you know the other game they did?
Dishonored.
Dishonored. It's very like that, but the shooting feels fun. And Tubbs is allergic to first-person shooters, like, but I think
they're just not my game, dude. They're just. It's not where like when I put on a game, I just don't fall into the first-person shooter. I mean, I've played it. I played them, and I've liked a couple like Bulletstorm and Fear. I played kind of Resident Evil 7, things like that. You know, I tend to prefer them if they're horror-based first-person games.
Have you played Dead Space?
Dead Space.
Well, Dead Space was the third person.
Oh, is it a third person? I thought it was
Yeah,
first.
Yeah, it's a third person. I just
Here you're
love
thinking
third
of first
person
person
fucking
horror
action
game, probably.
adventures and shooters and stuff. And but I'm a big story based gamer, dude. I just what did I finish recently? I
Fucking this
finished
one.
Little Hope, and I had played like Man and
That's
Medan and
nice.
Until Dawn and things like that. I like those kind of games, but my biggest ones are like Uncharted, Tomb Raider, fucking God of War, and Days Gone is one of my favorite fucking games. Like, do you know what I
You
mean?
said, yeah. You said,
Yeah, I love it. So I
Um,
mean, they're the kind of games I kind of gravitate towards, like those story-driven kind of. And I think it's one of those things is where I think this is where I'm going to show my age. Is I prefer a story-based game that it's like immerses me into the world of it
Oh no,
because
I'm the
I'm on
same.
my
I
own.
prefer story over any
Yeah,
online
I
crap.
hate multiplayer online. I just fucking
No,
I'll play
that's-
them.
that's fucking.
Like-
That's fuck all to do with age. Like, I think there's a place and time for competitive play, but there are times where you just want to shut out, and I think that's where you want the immersion.
And
Yeah, I mean,
speaking of, go on, go ahead.
No. I was in, like, I mean, I'm the type of guy that like I play online if it's like with like yourself or Brian. Like me and Brian have often played like WWE online, and I've kicked his ass from pillar to post every single time we play. I'm lying through my teeth. Like I cannot beat the
Would you
fucking
believe
guy
or
in the
not?
game.
That
It's
is,
just it's ridiculous. I can beat everyone fucking else, but I can't beat fucking Brian. He just seems to like be my fucking online block. But then we played like World War Z with Paddy and Baz and stuff, and
Yeah.
Let me say, I
Let's
still
Survive.
do,
Paddy plays over on his channel,
Yeah.
and it was great. It's great fun. We have great crack with it, man. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
if I had the option, I'd rather not play online multiplayer games.
No,
Well, like,
I get that.
in the last, what I forgot to mention as well, I was playing a lot of Forza Motorsport on Xbox as well, and
Oh, the racing game.
yeah, and the new
Yeah,
one. And
I heard it looks amazing, dude.
I got it on Games Pass, and it's fucking like I played them for a while and then put them down again, but it's really fun, and loads of different cars, and you just literally blast through the area no matter where you are. Like
Yeah.
I've been driving through the desert in Ferraris and stuff and wrecking them. It's great crack.
Serious, just going
Yeah.
for. Do you guys remember? It wasn't Drive Club, but there was or was it just Drive? There was a game where you could drive actually from one end of the US to the other.
Oh,
On a
Drive
much-
Club, yeah.
Was
Or no,
Drive-
it was
Was that Project
Club?
Cars?
No, Project Cars was the proper racing simulator one.
the club, I think it was.
I think it was the club. Yeah, the club.
See,
Drive.
for me, I do like I like a good racing game, but and I was a big fan of Gran Turismo when it came out.
I
But
love the
over
first one,
time,
yeah.
like, I mean, I don't know anyone in the chat or any like either of you, but I like when I'm driving my games. Like, if you remember the Burnout series,
No. Oh, mate.
Or like Burnout
the
Takeover.
fact that I could like cause damage and gain points, that was like, oh, this is a fucking game for
Yeah,
me.
I
You know,
played a fuck ton of Burnout, dude.
Yeah, I think it was
Fuck ton of
Burnout 2 Reloaded or some
Yep.
shit, wasn't it? It was
Yep.
like you have to like drive down highways and cause
And
more.
you'd bumpers and then you'd.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
played
that
the
game-
fuck out of that game.
I played
that
the
was
shit out
good
of it,
fun.
man, because it was like driving a car and causing destruction. There was no simulation about dropping gears and slowing down at a corner.
Fuck.
Anyone that knows me, I
No,
never use the fucking brake in a racing game. Never.
Dude.
I just
fuck
I
that.
take
Other-
my finger
that's
off
what the
the
other
accelerator
cars
and
are
I
for.
pop that shit back on.
That game, freak style, were the stoner games that we used to play. We would.
Do you
get
wanna hear
high
a
and we would
story?
Play that shit.
A few years ago, we were at my
Before
mate
you say your
Dara's.
story, Tubbs,
Go on.
I'll just catch up with the comments before they
Yeah,
go
yeah,
too
go on,
far
go on.
down. James said about Power of the Dog. It's a film with Benedict Cumberbatch on Netflix. He's tipped for an Oscar to Western.
That film, apparently, he went so meted that he actually ignored Kirsten Dunst on set for the entire run of the movie.
I read about that actually. Yeah,
Think for
I'd
it.
ignore her too.
He went full blown method actor. Like,
Jonathan said Ghostbusters Afterlife. I still need to see that. Succession and Lost in Space season 3 mixes Tommy Vercetti was talking about GTA there a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Days Gone was so good. Yeah, it was
So good,
fucking
John.
brilliant.
me and Brian both
Damien-
platinumed it.
Damien said seeing Ghostbusters Afterlife twice, second viewing as usual, more relaxed and aware. Very much enjoyed it. Well, fuck you too,
amazing.
Damien. I haven't seen it once.
Yeah, but it's
I still
very
haven't seen it yet.
I really need to see it. Multiplayer online shooters suck balls for the most part due to the
That's-
hacking
That's
pricks using aim.
That's it. Yeah, it takes the fun out of it, man.
And Damien says Road Rash. Oh my god, I love
Oh, I
Road
remember
Rash.
Road
2.
Rash
that's a
growing
good
up.
game. Yes.
Road Rash 2 back in the Mega Drive, Genesis, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Yes, I fucking
Chains.
remember that. But the
Fucking
game,
such a
the
good
game that I
game.
was talking about was The Crew.
The Crew.
The Crew,
Okay,
yeah,
I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
far off. The Club. I don't know where
The Club,
Club
yeah,
from.
yeah, yeah. So the
But,
Drive Club was the PS4 game with the perfect like water drop physics on the rain, like coming up the screen. Do you remember? As you were driving, like they fucking did the physics on that perfectly. But yeah, The Crew was the one you could drive end to end.
So,
Anyway.
like, before we talk about Hawkeye and Spider-Verse trailer and stuff, I have a topic I was going to do this week, and obviously I want to talk about the HasLab stuff as well. But I have a topic for the second hour, which I saw. I think I saw it in Reddit or something. And if anyone in the chat wants to actually jump on and chat about it with us, they can. So the topic for in a while is going to be, what would happen if Thanos happened in the real world?
Wait, okay, so hold on.
So
Give us some context. Go on.
basically, if we lived in the MCU, but we had because we've seen how the world has dealt with what's going on at the moment. But if something like 50% of the world disappearing happened here,
Yeah.
thanks to some big blue space god alien, what would happen? Do you think?
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Again,
In this scenario, and he snaps and 50% disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Do we all are the three of us still left around to experience what life's left in the wreckage of that?
we're onlooking, we'll say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just would be interested to see how you guys think,
How
Naked
it
chopping.
would actually play off.
how our governments and stuff would actually deal with it, considering how we've.
So
We'll
Well, I
come
would
back
no
to it,
longer
we'll come
wear
back to it.
clothes, and
I
I'd
mean,
explain it to you.
Tubbs, you don't
No,
have
no,
to do that now.
No, but the reason for it is I'm going to normally when you go into a shop and you're completely balls naked, right? There's a chance you're going to get arrested, right?
Yeah.
Chances are that security guard got fucking wiped, and you don't have to worry.
Nick said Tubbs arrest. Brie Larson
Nick, that's
survived.
just fucking harsh, man. 40th episode, and you fucking cutting me deep, like.
But then again, she's off in the outer reaches of space, so no one can hear her.
That is,
Do you know what would be fucking amazing though? If Thanos snapped you, he snaps his fingers, and Brie Larson's like head and brain disappeared, got snapped,
my
but
God.
her body was left. Then I could be friends with her.
oh my god. Okay. Jesus.
Let's not
you are
travel
one
down
sick,
that
you are
dirty
one
road.
sick puppy. So here's what I think would happen. I think it could be either great or really shit. Now, don't get me wrong. Losing all of the people that we have today would suck, right? There's the possibility, but let's just forget about actually losing your friends and family just for a second. There
There
would
you go,
be
boys. If you want to jump in,
there would be more jobs. I know that sounds like a really shitty thing to say, but there would be more jobs. Likelihood is actually there would still be more pay, or people willing to pay more because there'd be less resource around. With regards to the government, I think it could go one of two ways. Either if half the fuckwits that are basically just corporate greed goes, actually there's the potential that we could do great things. But if it goes the other way, where the people who are usually fighting for your civil liberties, making sure that your health and your education remains in place, then I think we would just go down like the fucking US route. So anyway,
I genuinely think if it did happen, that you were saying about jobs and money and stuff, I don't even think that would become a matter. I don't think it would matter. I think the whole world would just go fucking tits up on its head, man.
I don't think so.
Structure would fall apart. Genuinely, because it would be like the fucking what's that thing with the 4 horsemen, fucking the apocalypse?
4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Fucking people just disappeared and they're fucking gone. What was that for? The Rapture. It'd be like the Rapture, man. It would cause absolute fucking mental chaos. People would freak out and lose their fucking marbles. Shit wouldn't be balanced enough to keep people in a 9-to-5 job staring through the fucking window. You know what I mean?
I don't. So here's the reason
They would be doing what I suggested, Bruno. They would be going to get their shopping completely fucking naked, because what's the fucking point and who cares?
So I genuinely think that would happen for the first 6 months. People would
Jamie
be like,
says,
fuck.
I like what you're asking, but I'd hope it'd be only no hopers that gets into commentary or greedy selfish ones who don't care about anything.
There you go.
Oh, and Mick says, Brie and Tubbs on a road trip together in a shark. Shark and Shorty coming to a cinema near you.
That would be a beautiful. I would watch
If
that.
her head's gone, man, I will fucking bring her anywhere.
Oh my god! What if it was only your head, Tubbs?
Oh my God, Tubbs, you're
Oh.
Garland Green.
Then that becomes not a fucking road trip buddy movie. Like that becomes a fucking psychologically based fucking torture porn movie. Like,
Mick says, "See
or
the left."
do you know what it'd be
It is
like?
this
It'd be like the
concept, but
fucking
only
in one of the
10%
Chucky movies.
disappear.
I think it was Cult of
I
Chucky
have heard of this show. Yes.
or Curse of Chucky, where like Andy Barclay was like fucking like melting fucking Chucky's head in the press.
Yes. I think religion.
So so just a second. I don't
Yes,
want to
Dan
say,
has a point.
the only way I would say that wouldn't happen
illusion.
on the religions is if we actually knew about Thanos. So if we
Yeah,
knew about
see-
Thanos, that's different.
This is what I was thinking about. Couldn't sleep during the night. And I was thinking stupid mad shit. Right, this is the sort of shit I think about trying to get sleep. But like if you think about it, right, Thanos happened mostly in space, and then in Wakanda, a nation that nobody in the world knows about. So would we, as people walking around the Ireland, UK, suddenly see people vanish into nothing, even know how or what happened? Because they fucking wouldn't tell us anyway.
That's why I mean. That's what I was saying to you a while ago. But people would lose their fucking minds because it would feel like the rapture.
Like obviously there's an attack in Edinburgh, is it? When they attack fucking Vision and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
And there's a battle in New York City. But if that stuff is kind of happening all the time in New York City because of the aliens before and stuff.
Yeah, but then again, as soon as you include the existence of aliens into a universe, it becomes much more realistic for people to say it's the aliens as opposed to it's the rapture. So this is the thing. If people have known about aliens, if people have seen everything that's happened, oh look, aliens in New York, etc., then I think
go
we'd
for
be
5
okay.
minutes now. You're on religion. Well, that escalated quickly. No, Connor, it's just the topic of tonight, so it's a good one. So fair enough. People would refuse to believe Thanos did it, even if the truth was told, which it wouldn't be. And you know what kicked this thought off in my head was in Hawkeye last week, or the first episode was when he went into the bathroom and there was a
Thanos was right.
Thanos was right.
Oh,
I was like, oh, that's just exactly like what's going on at the moment.
Yeah, because
not
what
exactly
happened?
Like, but
no, but he's
concept.
his main cause for in his own fucking mental brain was to like wipe out and sustain, wasn't it? Get rid of half, and then the rest of the people kind of like build a new world and kind of sustain it and be much more balanced now. And he's right, because look at the fucking world. The world's a fucking joke at the moment. The world is basically what's going on, coronavirus and all this mad shit that's going on at the moment. It is basically like if Brie Larson became president, it would become a laughing stock. The world would be the biggest butt of its own fucking joke.
Oh Christ. But
because it is. I mean, all jokes aside, I know I'm like fucking slagging about the Brie Larson stuff, but it is like, I mean, look at the state of the fucking world. We're in 2021. We should be like technologically advanced. You know, we should be at a state where the world is running smooth, and it's gone so fucking backwards. It's fucking like Thanos and all these people, and they wouldn't even come to fucking Earth. He wouldn't even waste his time snapping, because he'd be laughing at the fucking planet going, these fuckers are going to wipe themselves out. I don't even have to do that shit. You know? Well, at
least there's not a giant.
If anything, if he came down and snapped half, he'd be giving us a fucking mercy call. He'd only be doing it to kind of cut us and give us a fucking break, because legs, the word is fucked,
agree. I'm
man.
sick of wasting my own time using my own legs.
We should have robot legs. Yeah. Did you hear about that guy that climbed Mount? Did you hear about that guy that climbed Mount Everest or something? And he
on robot legs.
Well, not robot legs, but obviously your own prosthetics. And people were like,
prosthetic legs.
What's your excuse? Well, my legs hurt.
I don't like fucking mountains. What's the fucking problem?
Bruno, do you know last year, right? You know, when the world was all up in like a massive upheaval about like fucking like the C-19 and the pandemic and all this crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
There was a scientist in fucking South Korea that actually figured out the stem cells and found an actual fucking cure. Now it's going to take a few more years to roll it out, but an actual cure for fucking Parkinson's. And it was never fucking reported. It was never fucking reported. because it was all, oh, look at this, look at the Cakey Dance Dance
Yes.
program, look at the Cakey
Well,
Dance
Pop,
Dance, you know,
I agree,
distract you
Jonathan.
over here while we fuck up the world.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be caught dead climbing a mountain, but because I'd probably be found dead on the bottom of the
I
mountain.
want, this is one goal for next year. I've said this to Brian. I don't drink anymore. I'm fucking, so I was kind of thinking, I need to start setting like these goals to fucking, you know, things I'll remember. I actually fucking like, I enjoy as I get a little older. I don't want to climb a mountain. This is my fucking
We are
thing.
in
I actually want to.
2021 and should be technologically advanced than someone ate a raw bat. Well, I will say, like, we are in 2021. We're in 3 different locations, and there's like 5 people in other locations, and we're all connected, chatting on the one thing. So
That's true.
No.
Close
In that
enough.
sense, it's great. Like technologically, like, but in the same time, it is
Medically.
technology has brought us all together, but it
I
has
mean,
actually
where the fuck are
pushed
the
us all
nanobots from
further
Metal Gear
apart in a
Solid?
lot of ways as well. It's a fucking, man. We live in a weird fucking time. Like I was talking to my daughter the other day, and she was like inside in school or something. And this is like sexualities and all this kind of stuff. Dude, I couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on, because apparently there's like fucking 85 different fucking like sexualities and genders now and all this crazy shit.
God, don't go down this road.
No, I'm not
No,
going
I
down
was
the
gonna
road. But
say,
I'm saying
let's
it's,
just-
no, I know I'm not going down that road, but I'm saying it's just like, that's the kind of madness that's kind of, I won't say madness, but that's the kind of like shit that's kind of constantly happening now. Like you're
Yes,
kind of,
Simon.
it's like you have to be a sponge to keep up with this world now. You know what I mean? With the amount of shit that's
Parts of
floating
the
around.
world are in 2021. Other parts are still in the Middle Ages.
I agree completely.
I'd agree the ones in the Middle Ages are probably happier though. In some parts.
Like, can I float this question by you? Before you had a cell phone and before you were fucking like completely plugged into the fucking machine, you were probably happier in a lot of ways, man. You probably did a lot more creative shit and fucking found a lot
Because I
more
was
shit to do.
younger and did way more drink and other things.
But
No,
ignorance,
but this is the thing.
but ignorance is
You
also
weren't
bliss, Stubbs.
completely
Yeah.
distracted by this fucking box in your hand, man. You know what I mean? And we all suffer from it, man. We're on phones and fucking shit right now, and I'm fucking the same. Like we all zone out into the phone and the PCs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything else. But
It's-
Christ, man, it's like I'm only saying this because you've got kids as well, Bruno. I look at the generation that's coming up, like after us, man, and like we kind of fell into that kind of stuff over time.
We're the
They're
50-50
born into it, man.
generation.
They're in it since fucking like early ages.
We remember a
Sure.
life before mobile phones and stuff.
Exactly.
Then again, so here's the thing.
Far too
There
many people.
was a life before mobile phones, but here's what I will say: you can go back to that. You can still go back to that. It's just a personal choice. You just have to put your phone down and go and do things.
I do agree. I mean, and I always look at it like this, because at the end of the day, and I looked this up, and it's crazy to think, right? You know, when you take drugs, do you know the part of your brain that like shoots like fucking like endorphins and really like
endorphins, whatever,
high and fucking happy moments when you take drugs? It's like this thing. A fucking cell phone does that same shit to your brain.
Yeah, so, when someone likes your stuff,
so it's like trying to beat an addiction to put it down.
It's exactly that. And do you know what reminded me of that exact word that you said? Do you remember that show you told me to watch, the gaming one, Brian?
Yes.
And the guy said every time he leveled up, he got a burst of endorphins.
His little kick.
It's the same fucking thing. When you get a like, when you get a response, when you get a reply, whatever it is, when you get engagement, and that triggers that. There's a like little thing.
Connor, no. We're not getting all technical and political with you guys. We're just
I like
fucking ranting about the world, you know.
I agree with what you said though, Tubbs, because some kids now, like I have 3 nephews and they're all under 15, and none of them know a world without mobile phones, laptops, tablets, all that kind of stuff. And going outside and playing is almost an alien concept to them. Like,
dude, man,
unless it's
I remember, Bruno, you remember you're in around the same age group and stuff as well, man. You remember getting muddy, right? You remember rolling around in fields and getting dirty.
I remember fucking my knees up and just scraping my
kids don't fucking do that shit anymore, man. It's tragic, like, you know, in a lot of ways.
Here's the thing, though. Here's what I will say. True, we were happier in those times, but we were also kids. Let's go with that. Then we got video games, and then we also then became the generation of they would rather stay inside than go out and play with their friends.
Yeah,
right.
I used to love going outside.
I'm sure you did, and I did as well. Like even when I have had consoles, I'd
Just
be out with my
Ireland is
friends
very
all night.
cold. That's the problem.
Like,
Exactly.
my
But
biggest problem though, Bruno, was I was a late bloomer in that sense of like going out. Like I was very much a home bird, and then
okay.
up until I was about 16, 17, then
We
I
know
kind of
you.
like
We know
fucking
you
left
because
school,
you
went
stayed
to
home
work,
like
college and stuff, and then I went to America and came back, and then discovered partying and fucking drugs and fucking all that crazy shit that comes with
Yeah.
it. And I left my house, and I don't think I came back for 10 years. I know that's it.
Fucking hell.
I lived in my house, but I mean, like mentally, I don't think I went back home. I think I just took off in that
You were just
outside
out.
bubble. You know what I mean? It was just fucking crazy. It catches you. You know what I mean?
Of course, and I get it. But here's the one thing that I will say about happiness. So whilst those are the things we've known, and I think a lot of the contributions to the things that we aren't happy with today is because one, we're adults, so there's a lot of real life bullshit happening, which obviously has an impact on us. We have bills, we have a life, we have things that we need to just do and get on with, and that kind of shit sucks the life out of wanting to have fun.
Mm.
But do you also not think that a lot of the things that are the reason for unhappiness with us today is one, we are bombarded with just terrible news, shit constantly
Constant.
going on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if the kids of this generation, next generation that have only known mobile phones, do you not think that they will be either better prepared to filter out that shit because it's just white noise that they got used to? It's like, yeah, I've
I
seen that.
don't think
It's
so, dude,
clickbait. It's
because
clickbait. It's
I can.
clickbait.
I
Eh.
don't watch any of the news really. If I want
I
to
heard a
watch something,
comment the other day, and it actually like it shook me to my core when I heard it, and I was kind of going, fuck me. There's actual truth in that. It was like our generation adapted the addiction of the mobile phone and technology kind of as we went. We became like part of it as we weren't born into it. But and the comments that I heard was kind of like, but the next generation are going to be literally born into it, so they're going to be like literally born into addiction, which is fucking horrible to hear it said that way. You know?
That's a hard, but that's the thing. I don't think it will be an
Mm.
addiction to them because I think
Yeah,
go on, Brian.
because of the three nephews I have, there's one of them who, like, he often goes off for cycles with his mates and whatever. He does not want nor to hear about a phone. It is really,
Yeah,
really weird.
that's good though, man.
And the other two then, but it's to the point that it's dangerous because if he's away too long and stuff, then they can't contact him and they're worried about him and stuff. He just doesn't want to, and I don't know what it is about him.
No, I agree.
It's a weird one.
You need to find a middle ground with it. You know what I mean? And I think that's the problem. It's either kind of kiltered one way or the other. You know?
Connor
That's
says,
it.
my kids
I
are a
just
bit
saw
older than
that.
yours and trying to teach them to filter information is breaking my heart. I can imagine.
That sucks.
Same, Connor,
man. Sai says, it's like Zombieland out there. You know what, Nick? I was actually thinking of this line when Thomas was saying it.
Fucking
I was
hell.
born by it, molded by it.
Fucking
Oh yeah,
hell,
and I do appreciate the Bane
I didn't
reference.
see
It's
the
very
outside,
nice.
so I was already a man. Throw him out of the plane. Oh Jesus! But yeah,
But on the flip side of it, I'm going to say one thing. This is why I think, because I was saying about like the phones and fucking just trying to remember what it was like to be a kid. This is why I think it's fucking class that we have like a community kind of bubble here. That like,
yeah.
because we still, and this is why an important thing I try to tell my kids this the whole time, man, is it's why I still fucking act. It's still why I fucking draw. It's still why I do all these. I collect the figures and everything because. Man, you're never fucking too old to hang on to your fucking childhood. Childhood was when you were happy. So if you can even keep a fucking like a small bit of chunk of that when you get older, because let's be honest, lads, being an adult sucks massive fucking balls. It does. Adulting is just shit. So if you can keep like the nerd fucking culture,
I wouldn't say it's shit. It's just
no. But I look at your wall, Brian.
challenging.
Like I look at your wall behind you, and I'm like, fuck me, that's class. You know, because that's childhood, man. Like, I mean, it's why I won't throw out my VHS tapes because my best mate in the world, like Jordan, one of my oldest mates, you know him, Boogie Bot Philip O'Connor, keeps telling me, don't throw out those VHSs, man. We watched those as kids. That's your childhood. And I'm like, I keep them because he's fucking right. You know, now
it's like this community
I don't have room to
everyone
keep
buys
them.
vintage figures and stuff as well. It's same deal, like.
That's true.
Damien says there, I would love to show some of my little cousins Atari ST or Amiga 1200 games, but I'm sure they'd think, what are they playing, etc. Those are the days of the real computers. Mick says, I'm playing Echo the Dolphin as we speak, never grow up. One
Fucking,
game I could
I
never
agree
get a handle on.
completely, man. I agree completely. I'm turning 40 in 2 fucking weeks, and I don't fucking feel it, man. And I'm so happy I don't feel 40.
Oh,
I
Connor,
fucking
don't say stuff
love
like
being a
this.
fucking kid at heart.
Yeah,
Are we
that
holding on
is.
to our childhood or just
Yeah.
continuing doing what we grew up
Fucking
doing?
hell, Connor. Straight away, digging
Ugh.
in deep and just.
Yeah. And man,
Just
do you
take
want
my
to know the
fucking
fucking
heart, why
thing?
don't you?
I'm gonna say
I
it right
know.
now because Brian knows this about me. Like I know I have a fucking shoddy mouth and I fucking curse and I say all this mad fucking horrendously fucking like
I
finding
don't think you said
granites down the
fuck enough,
fucking.
Tubbs.
No,
No,
yeah, there's a lot
I
of
think.
fucking women. But I do waffle off a lot of fucking you know, my brain is fucking wired a certain way. I can't help it. But I do love it. I love to get deep in on this shit, man, because it's philosophically, man. You
I
need
love
to
these
talk about this shit.
conversations. I know that they
Yeah.
have very little to do with. Well, actually, it is with culture.
It
But
is to do. It is totally
Yeah.
no,
connected to what
it's
we're doing.
But I
everything
love
to
these
do with pop culture, man,
conversations.
because
But
pop culture is ingrained in the system, like, you know what I mean? And we kind of, but what we do is we don't, and this is what I love about this channel is we don't, as much as we joke, and I did the Brie Larson stuff because, you know, let's be honest, you know, I would
Love
do
that.
the bottom half, wouldn't touch
oh,
the top half,
stop!
you know.
Oh my
I do
But,
have
you know,
an note to.
but no, but like what I mean by that is like what I love about this whole concept, the bubble we have here, Brian, in this Culturcast is it's 2 hours every Sunday where we kind of just like forget about all the bullshit side
Yeah,
of the fucking
of course.
fandom and the fucking and the geek culture, and we just fucking kind of embrace it. And I like that about it, you know.
Before I answer your question, Connor, I do have an answer, by the way. Damien said, "Who played Outdoor and Outdoor Run when a kid?" To be honest, Brian Tubbs, Bruno, or anything similar.
Dude, I played it
Yes,
2 weeks ago with my fucking
but
kid.
we called it Knockadolly here.
Yeah, Knockadolly,
Run.
yeah.
We had a
So-
friend of ours who was being a prick and he was listening to music on his headphones. So we walked ahead, we rang the doorbell, and we fucking legged it. And then he got the shit for it.
You're
Fuck
never
it.
too fucking old to be a kid, man.
Yeah.
That's the point.
So
Johnny says, "How much do lockdowns factor into current collecting, though, Connor?" I know it pulled me way back in. I just want to answer Connor's one though. Like for me, I'm doing this, I'd say 12 years maybe now. And I think the reason for it is, right, when I was a kid, I loved all this stuff. I got like this much of it because we'd no money and what have you. Now I'm working myself. I'm settled in my own house and stuff. I have money, my own money, that I can go buy it.
Yeah.
So like I'm buying the stuff. Am I buying my childhood? I don't know, because there are new stuff here as well. I do read current comics. I do watch current movies, which a lot of this are based on.
Mhm.
So I suppose it is kind of continuing your childhood, but it's also like I don't
I
know.
think
I
it's
don't believe
It's a new
your
hobby as
childhood,
well.
right?
And another thing as well, in school, when I went to school, in my school that I went to anyway, most of the other students were assholes. So, you know, like when you're like that, you don't feel comfortable expressing
Yeah.
what you're into.
no,
Whereas now you can meet people online. That doesn't sound right. Not dirty dates, Tubbs, but you can meet
I know my mouth.
you can meet like-minded people online that like the
That's
same
true.
shit that
Yeah.
you
Very
do.
true. But
And it's a comfortable space, as Tubbs said, and you
Yeah.
can show off your collection. And because of the current slate of Marvel films, DC films, etc., it is a lot more widely accepted now. So, like a lot of my friends that don't like this stuff will actually come in now and say, "Oh, is that the guy that's going to be in this Marvel movie
Yeah.
coming up, or is that
Yeah.
going to be this guy?" So, like, you know, a lot of people think. For me, lockdown multiplied it by 100.
yeah.
It did.
Um,
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I would say I'm not sure if it's holding on to our childhood, but it's expanding the experience that you didn't get when you were a child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Because like for
But I
me,
mean-
I had loads of
Or
toys
destroying
growing
it
up.
unless it's the new He-Man car. If it's a new
Yeah.
He-Man cartoon.
Exactly. So I had loads of I say I had loads of toys, but I never had a complete toy collection. Like never had it like, you know, oh look, I have all of the X-Men. I had all of the Ninja Turtles, like all of the 4 Ninja Turtles, but I never had the complete expanded collection, right?
Yeah, and me neither.
And when you're a kid, you're looking at the backs of that card, and fuck me, there was something special about the card. I remember whenever I bought it, whenever I got a new toy, I would study the back of that fucking
Yeah.
card, and every time they had the rest of the toys on it, I would fucking be like, yeah, I want that one. I want that
Yeah,
one.
because
That looks
because
awesome.
back then you had no previews, you'd no pre-orders or anything. You
No.
saw a figure in the shop and there was like 4 of that one figure. You looked at the
Yeah.
back of the box, you're like, "Oh my god, there's this one too!" And when is that going to come in?
Exactly. So
Good times.
Yeah, but it's true, and it was awesome seeing
games,
that
but
as a
yeah,
kid.
great to
But
know.
it's definitely something that I think it's about expanding our childhood personally.
Definitely.
I agree, and I mean, and I do think
Definitely brought all
it's
this
an
YouTube
important
thing to
thing
the
because,
forefront.
as Brian said about it being in school, when you like, because let's be honest, school was fucking full of assholes, right? But I
Yeah,
think
of
it's so fucking funny now that like when I was growing up, like if
Those
because I
people
read
are
fucking
coming into
comic books and
what we like, yeah.
oh yeah, I was a fucking nerd and it was just a pure fucking like a fool for liking all this shit. And now you come back and we're like the world we live in now, and that shit's taken over the fucking world. You know,
Mm.
it's been embraced everywhere. Like everywhere I look now, all the kids nowadays are into anime, and like
yeah,
not
fuck.
hentai on the internet, but like actual anime, like fucking
Yeah,
anime
yeah, yeah.
cartoons, magazines. And when I was growing up, it was like it was in these little pockets of libraries that people were kind of reading them in corners and things like that. You know, it was crazy.
Thanos.
But I do believe I think keeping your childhood alive, man, as much as you can, just holding on to bits and pieces of it. What happened? Because I can't see shit.
Damien! Remember we used to threaten the teachers who were mean with us. We caught childline on them.
Okay,
I'm not going to be.
On
I'm
that
not going to
topic-
lie. I used to do this too.
on that topic, all right.
I used to
Do
do
you
it for
remember
prank
being
phone
a
calls,
kid?
though, not on teachers.
Like I look at the kids nowadays, right? And they're dog fucking white because they know they can give an adult the height of cheek, man. They can fucking say what they like because they know we can't touch them. Back in the day, if you gave an adult fucking cheek, they would have fucking clattered you upside your fucking face.
And you
True.
deserved
It
it.
was a different fucking time.
As for
Oh,
you know?
Nakadali, middle houses on the block, tie her up from a door.
But then again, I
Fucking
also
knock it down,
remember.
Close the
man.
I
day,
also
ring the
remember
bell,
being.
like a good thing. Sit back and
Oh
watch
my
the
God.
news.
Do you know what we should
Fucking
do,
hell.
boys? Do you know what we should do?
Hey,
I'm
these
not
times are good
running,
times
fuck you.
indeed.
No. But for episode
Me
41,
neither.
we at some point this week, all three of us should just knock on a fucking door and run and record that shit and put it together for next week's video.
I'm not doing that. I'll do that to my house and watch my wife be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm being."
I will
honest."
openly do that on camera and fucking do it and like fucking that's challenge accepted.
I'm injured. That's my excuse. So.
I'm injured too. Yeah.
Shut up,
kidney
Bruno. You're
stones.
But
lying.
if I don't show up for the show next week,
Well,
you know,
Tubbs,
like
if you do it,
some dude
it'll be
beat my
awesome.
ass.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Tubbs, you can get away with it because if they see you running, they're like, it's just some kid running away.
Yeah, but I mean, like
especially
I'm
if
only
you are
wondering to
10 years
myself
old.
in the back of my head, like if they saw me running away and I'm like flaying my hands or whatever, they'd be like, "That's fucking Bilbo Baggins and he's on an unexpected adventure." You know?
No, I'm pretty sure they just say, "Oh,
Bilbo
that's just Tubbs.
Baggins.
Oh yeah.
That's just Tubbs. Never mind him." But
And,
yeah,
and like,
like
just off the topic of craziness and like a left wing stretch, has anyone ever like got like really stoned and watched Lord of the Rings?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
No, actually.
Fuck me.
So there was only one movie that I watched for the first time that I was completely stoned.
Cheech and
And
Chong
that
up in
was-
smoke.
No, well, no. Fuck, what was it called? Johnny Depp, the one in Vegas. Fear and Loathing on Las
Oh,
Vegas.
fair load. Yeah.
Here, Tubbs, give me
Yeah.
your address.
That was the first and only movie I've
Call
ever
me,
seen
baby.
stoned. Because I'd seen plenty of other movies, or let me put it like this: for the first time, right? I loved my movies when I was growing up. Like my mom owned a video store. I would watch everything that came in,
Oh man, wow.
but I would
That's
never
awesome.
watch anything stoned. I always wanted to watch everything and just take it in. Dude, I would even watch shit on like fuck. There was like the TNT channel which would play like the old fucking
Oh, the
black
old
and white.
films, and that became
Yeah.
TCM after a while, didn't it?
Yeah, I would watch the fuck out of those. I would watch all of
WCW
them.
was on TNT.
Yeah.
So, watching a movie stoned.
20th anniversary Tubbs.
I don't
Lord
know,
of the
man.
Rings.
It's
Uh,
fucking shocking, Damien, man. Like that makes me feel old that Lord of the Rings is over 20 years old now. Like,
That's ridiculous.
I
They
saw
can't
those in
be-
the
oh,
cinema, and I thought
yeah.
it was old, and I was watching them. So yeah.
but no, I fucking I just personally think like anyone that has never fucking tried it, right? You don't even have to smoke that shit. Just get a wee brownie or something, man. Pop that shit in your gob and turn on Lord of the Rings, man. I'm telling you straight, right? I'm not fucking advocating fucking drugs here, kids. I'm just advocating a good time. You know? That's all I'm advocating.
So like
I'm not advocating drugs, kids.
Like,
I'm advocating a
this
good time.
conversation is like just went whoa.
Fucking hell. This is
I mean,
what I
yeah,
love in our
and-
We
conversations.
started off talking about Thanos, then we went on about our childhoods, and now Tubbs is bringing
Yeah.
weed.
What if
You
Thanos
knew-
won? This is what
You
would
knew
happen.
when you brought up that topic of Thanos and what would happen to the world. Dude, we're talking about it. We're all fucked up in this conversation, just like the world would have been fucked up with the snap.
Fuck me.
Which one of the
Jesus.
three of us would disappear, do you think?
I'll take the hit on that one. Fuck it.
But would it not be me
Nah,
or
fuck
Tubbs?
that shit, man.
Would
Why?
it not be me or Tubbs, since you're kind of the odd one out because you're in England? We're both in Ireland. There's more chance of one of us
So
disappearing.
then, realistically, one of you fuckers should go. Just
That's
one.
that's what I mean.
Just one. Because
Oh man, like imagine this scenario though, right? The snap
been
happens,
said by
Bruno
every drug
disappears. Like when we're on this
Just
camera,
having a
like
good
we're on this
time.
fucking live stream, right? And then
he
Bruno
just
like starts kind
goes
of
into
vanishing, and
dust.
we're like, "Oh fuck, Brian, what's happening?" Like I think Thanos snapped and shit, and then Brian starts snapping, and then I'm like, "Fuck me, I'm on my own." And then
I
I
don't wanna
pick up
go,
my
I don't
phone and I
wanna go.
run to get help, and I run out onto the road and I get hit by a bus. Lousy.
But there's no buses in your estate, Tubbs.
I'm saying fucking figuratively, all right? If that's fucking the other thing.
You're talking
Well,
And how much fucking
What-
and how
but
much more
Tubbs,
fucked
wouldn't
up would
you
it be if a
wouldn't you
bus
have-
drove through my avenue?
Wouldn't you have something like special that you could press to call Brie Larson to come and help us?
No, man, fuck
He's
that bitch. She
definitely-
probably
he's
be
definitely
fucking
not-
like talking about like, ooh, look
he's
at
not
us
the
being
Samuel
strong
Jackson
women
or
over here in the
Jerry-
corner. We
Jerry
didn't get snapped, boo. Because
It
she's
would-
like, or no, she
It'd be
would
like-
she
it'd
would
be
have
like
been in.
Connor or Jonathan would send for Captain Marvel, I think.
All I'll say is imagine how many people like on streams, like celebrities on interviews, fuck it, just everything, and be like,
Can you imagine like a concert or something? Actually,
that would be
Yeah.
everyone's like
fucking
da da
weird.
da da da, boom, gone. And
Yeah,
then
like
when
the,
crowd
mu- the,
starts going,
like
what
the
fuck?
lead singer is like rocking that shit. He's like, and then he's like, why did everyone stop? And like,
Or
he's like,
could you imagine he's like at a concert, right, and the lead singer's belting out the song and fucking everyone else, and then the snap happens, right, and the people like in the background controlling his lip sync is like, and he just starts going.
oh
and
yeah,
he gets
he's like,
found out to be a fucking dirty fucker that can't sing.
that happened to that actually happened
Not sure,
to
trilogy, it's like cinemas over Christmas.
fuck,
so-
was it Saturday Night Live or something? There
Probably.
was somebody who
I
that actually happened.
Actually,
to.
don't know. Maybe I mean in Limerick, I do know. Sorry to change subject there, bro, but I'm just reading Damien's comment.
Yeah.
I think the Odeon in Limerick, not the Odeon, sorry, the Omniplex out by the Crescent in Limerick City. They tend to do like old matinee movies and play older films.
I saw Die Hard like a few Christmases ago, actually, in one of the cinemas. It was fucking class.
I went back and watched Back to the Future about 2 years ago in the cinema when they reshowed it, and I fucking still loved it.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. If 50% of the world's population just vanished,
Sure.
how much carnage would all the planes, trains, buses, and cars?
But that's
cause?
what I mean, is what I've
Because,
said
like-
at the start about like it would be utter chaos. Like
I'll tell you what the biggest problem would be. Aside from that, let's
Go
just
Connor, go Connor.
yeah, Thanos was right. I keep saying this. They don't.
Body slam
Ryan
the
doesn't wanna- But hold on, realistically, with all of the nuclear weapons that they have, do you not think like Russia, US, like North Korea, they'd be like, oh, they're using chemical weapons on us. Let's shoot everything onto each other, and then they'd be like missiles everywhere. Yeah,
that's
you
what
can
I'm saying.
think
It
about it
would
like
it would
that.
turn into fucking complete chaos. Like
Maybe, but maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it'd go the other way, man. Because think about it like this: we are in a world where today we are so automated. Like the infrastructure.
The whole world would need like psychological therapy. Like,
But, mate, at the same time, we would. I think we'd be better informed than people think we would. Because
but
whether
could
we
you-
would go on.
no, how like I mean, could you imagine if like the hope would be that like okay, they snapped 50% got snapped away. The
Mhm.
hope would be that they'd get rid of all of the fucking idiot politicians,
it
right?
doesn't work.
But
It
like
doesn't
that,
work
though.
that way. That's the problem.
But no,
The
but
way
could you
the way I
imagine
was
if like
thinking of it,
we
right?
were left, right, and the snap got rid of all like the competent politicians, and we were left with Boris
There
and
is no
Trump
competence.
and Micheál Martin and all these fucking fools to become presidents of these countries, like and get us back on track, you know. Yeah, that would be sweet. You know what I
Well,
mean? You know.
The way I was
That'd be
thinking of it,
fucked.
like of the three of us, if we're all to look at our favorite family photo, snip that in half, and that's what you've got left, basically.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. You would also probably get families that don't get touched
Yeah, true.
because it's if it's a true 50-50.
And then there's survivor's guilt after that.
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely. You would have you might know what you might
All of a
have
sudden, there'll
on
be
your
no sold out flags on websites for figures.
yeah, exactly. You would have like a fuck ton of neighbors. You know, say you have 5 people in your household, Tubbs, right? And you have 5 people in your household, right?
Yeah, he does.
Your next door neighbors say that they have 5 or 6. maybe they come out and like everybody comes out looking out for each other, and like one guy comes out because the rest of his family got snapped, and you walk out with your entire family intact. Like that shit could happen. It's the whole point of the 50-50 at random.
But I mean, there could be one good thing is like, because like you live in a house and you're kind of like you have a basic 3-bedroom house and all that, but your neighbor then is like a conservatory, an attic conversion, the whole lot. There's a bigger house, and his entire family gets snapped away, and you like rat him out to the council and go, "No, man, this fucker's on his own. Like he's in a 4-bedroom."
Jesus.
And you just slide in next door.
You just lost your entire family. I want his house instead, mate. Fucking hell,
he's
Tom.
illegally living there.
Jesus.
Fucking animal talk.
Fucking.
I want the attic conversion.
We locked him out.
Oh my god.
No one would be
It's
looking
true,
for anybody
yeah.
else, I reckon.
That's very true.
But yeah. So
Uh,
let's get on
okay.
to another topic actually.
I'm not gonna lie. I reckon I genuinely think that went to like some really kind of deep places
that was
and some
interesting,
really
yeah.
fictionally fucked up places all at the same time.
I think this
was a
next
nice
topic
blend.
is going to get onto some deep places as well, but not quite the same thing.
like Tom's just you just took it so fucking dark.
I fucking broke, Bruno.
It's like everybody was like, yeah, I was thinking about it, saying, yeah, you might have some families that lose people, blah, blah, blah. And Tom's like, yeah, fucking rat you out. to the
Speaking of
council.
losing people,
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck Haslab.
funding is ending in 1 day, 1 hour, and 9 minutes, and
Good.
they
good.
are still like
Good.
3,500 away from
Good.
passing.
They can go fuck themselves. Sorry. Good.
Is this the same thing you showed us the last time?
Yeah, and they added the Macaulay, is it, at 9,000, and yeah, it hasn't done the job.
Who did they add?
Do you know the ranker keeper dude?
Oh, yeah. Oh, but,
Lads, I'm not gonna lie. That looks like fucking shit.
Connor said, loving this, lads, going into LARP mode with headphones in.
No, you're
Jonathan,
welcome,
that went to some 1940s.
Right?
lads.
Jesus. Rat my neighbor out. He's like fucking proper Anne Frank over here, like, yeah, staying in my fucking attic. Go and get them. It's like,
Yeah,
fuck's
also
sake.
remember, bad guys don't think they're doing bad. They just tend to see the world different, to change the mistakes by doing what they feel is right. Damien, I suggest you watch was that show I was on about a while ago? Dope Sick. Then you'll see what bad guys are actually like.
Yeah.
Simon's comment.
The Wancore.
Oh fuck! I need to go for a piss. Fucking hell! I'll be
So
right
like,
back.
why did you think like adding someone's fat uncle to the fucking thing would fucking
Would entice people to buy it more. Like
yeah, like I told
it doesn't look good. Like, I mean, it looked better when they didn't have like the color model.
like, yeah, it looks like a big piece of poo.
Like it genuinely doesn't look good colored.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, to be honest.
Yeah. When you showed us the display designs for it, Joe, they were all like shaded grey and stuff. It looked okay then, but not.
Like, look at this shit, Tubbs. A couple of plastic bones and a cardboard backing thing.
And can I
There's
ask you a
one-
question? What's the price tag on that?
$350 or
You can
pounds.
fucking suck me off. No way.
Yeah, and the Salacious Crumb thing there, like, that's already coming,
Yeah.
by the way. At 19,000 backers, they're giving a Jedi Luke. Like, just fuck off. Like, it's terrible. It's absolutely shocking how bad, like, they have.
I mean, I look at things sometimes and I go like, Jesus Christ, the price tag on that is way too fucking high for what they're actually giving. Like,
yeah, definitely. Paul Brook would be so over the moon to see a proper figure of him, poor old Malachi. Well, they'll probably release him single-cardedly anyway, I'd say.
Yeah.
Make the rancid core.
Rancid core, yeah.
Like, I like, as you guys know, I know Bruno's gone wherever he's gone. I backed the Haslab Galactus, and was it €450? And there's 3 full brand new figures that have never been released coming with that, along with different heads and stuff as well. That was a proper. What?
No, and is it true as well that like apparently is it being released earlier than it was supposed to be released?
No, they debunked that. It was just an email that went out for people paying it or something. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, right,
Jonathan
right.
said Ranker doesn't look like Black Series levels of quality.
No.
Paint
Wanko.
sucks.
From henceforth, Wanko.
What's the story with
Rancor
that?
keeper
Hi.
will peg worm to Rose Tico levels.
How are you?
Yeah. Oh, here's Grace's cameo.
It wouldn't be a 40th episode without a
It wouldn't
cameo
be a
from my
40th
daughter.
without a Grace cameo. There you go.
And it's gone so bad, she's at the door going, hello.
She's like your own little person, Pennywise.
Gold. Excellent. So the thing is, Tubbs, you're standing up right now, right? So whenever we see Grace,
Grace, can
I'm fucking sitting like you are, buddy.
I'm sorry, mate.
That joke was the height of ignorance, Bruno.
The height of it.
It was a little on the nose.
Yeah.
You
well,
fucking stop, O'Regan.
I fucking won't.
Oh God.
That was only for a short while.
So we've seen. Oh,
Stop
man.
acting like Tiny Tim. Let's get.
I will have you know I'm just below average height, right?
It is true. If the
Just
average
below.
height was Van Troya.
Yeah.
We established it. It's over what, 6 foot?
Under 6 feet. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, under 6 feet.
Oh God.
What the fuck?
Are we? What happened? Who farted?
You did.
Hi, Grace.
Hello.
Say hello to Bruno and Brian and the rest of the podcast.
Hi.
You're live right
Hello.
now.
Oh, hi.
Hi. You're live right now. Oh hi.
How'd it going? How'd it going?
I'm leaving them. That was not okay. Okay.
Go to bed.
No.
You do it right
Hey, Grace.
You
Grace.
tell him,
Don't,
Grace.
Grace. Don't get short with him.
Huh?
He said don't get short.
What the fuck are you doing?
I was about to look at you and then you went close to my forehead.
Man, look at this Santa as well. He's got like fucking no like body, but he's got a big fat arse.
He's slow. Get
He's a
away.
fucking weirdo.
He's got short legs like you, Tubbs.
What does that want to say? Something?
Joe Smith done. This is gay. Oh,
It's all right, Joe. We'll still accept you for whoever you are.
exactly.
What?
I'm not going to bed. I'm making food. I'm hungry.
Oh no.
Okay.
That is not Brie Larson. Stop, Tubbs.
You did this last time.
I didn't ship Santa last time.
You did.
No,
It was a different
Santa.
one, but it was the Santa.
Oh my God.
I saw Santa kissing my mother under the Christmas tree, and I bait him with a fucking lead pipe.
What?
What the hell is going on? Okay.
I don't know, but I don't like it. Okay, bye.
You made her so uncomfortable. She left.
And that, folks, is parenting.
Okay.
Damien says you need that Ranker Tubbs to munch on your everlasting supply of Captain Marvel figures.
Oh,
Christmas
man.
is coming. Ho ho ho.
Do you think that like I should buy like a Captain Marvel figure and on live stream melt
Oh,
it?
is that your Santa outfit?
Oh fuck! Brutal.
In
Tubbs
fact, it
imagining
is my
Santa
friend.
Brie Larson. So yeah, the Ranker
Yeah, but
we
see,
were
if
talking about.
Brie Larson was Santa, she'd have to come down my chimney, and I could also light the fire on
Oh,
the.
don't
like,
go
and-
there,
and-
Oh
Tubbs.
my
Fucking
God,
hell.
Tubbs! Why you love her? It's okay. So
I
are we
want
gonna
to fucking do her,
are we,
right?
are we
I
gonna
want to
keep
fucking
talking
make
about?
babies with the Larson.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I don't
It's a
want to hear
Christmas
that either.
miracle.
I don't want to hear that either.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Miraculous.
Okay, so
Are we gonna talk about the other Kickstarter?
yes, I have it right up here.
Yes.
So
Fuck
this is better, I think, but it's still not going to make
Okay,
it.
what's this?
This is the Sky Striker. They added like a couple of figures to the main goal of this as well. Cobra Commander and a few others. I still don't think it's going to do anything though. It has 2 days to get basically 3,000. So
This is another like a Kickstarter type deal, is it?
yeah,
So here's my opinion. Unfortunately, I think it is going to be,
I think this one will be.
but it shouldn't. And if I'm in like a real American hero vintage like groups, the amount of people who are
Happy
like
with it.
no, but plugging, not even happy. Just I'm talking plugging. Like, oh, look at this new video, new post. Look at this, look at how they've done the wings, new post. Oh, they added 3 new figures, new post. Oh, look at all the value for the money you get, new post. And you know me, I'm vocal as shit, and I think that this is way too fucking overpriced.
Larson's the
And I've
fucking Grinch.
and I've yeah,
Sarah
and
like
I've
fodder. Yeah.
satellite photo, yeah.
Steals joy
I've
from children.
and I've commented on posts in that specific group that then get removed. Like I've had comments.
That's
removed
weird.
by,
Like,
but here's the thing, and I took a screenshot and I posted back in that group. And I'm like, why are my comments being removed? I'm not being rude to anyone. I'm having a proper debate. And it's like, oh, you're putting laughing emojis. Because one of the guys is like, oh, this is so worth the money, and I just put a laughing emoji on it. It's like, what the fuck? You're paying through.
well,
the fucking
people see value in different ways as well, I suppose.
But
like,
here's the thing. Yeah, they people do see value in different things. I'm not
Jonathan said
against people.
there,
Oh, go on.
the Joe team put more effort into their add-ons, but also later in the deadline to drop it. Star Wars team didn't jack shit, but text early which team made the smarter call. I think the
Joe.
G.I. Joe guys were better
Joe.
prepared as well.
The Joe team.
The
But the Joe-
Star Wars fellas.
But
But I mean,
the Joe team fucked up.
nostalgia's a hell of a drug, boys.
But
Yes, it
not like
is.
that, in my opinion.
Not at those prices though.
No, but I'm saying is, but this is kind of how they catch some people. Is like they love nostalgia and they love.
I
the older
do
stuff.
think though. I do think both of them will be extended, and they'll probably add more to both of them if they don't get funded in the deadline. They'll force it over the line to get the money they've already gotten. I would reckon, in my opinion. I could be wrong though, but
For what?
Sky Striker in no way should be a HasLab. Though. No,
No.
it shouldn't. But like, if they did get the 19,000 backers, we'll say everything that comes with that, it's
I still don't think it is value.
near. It's near being worth it. It's not fully worth it
But,
with
but
the new stuff
so-
they added in. I have to say.
So here's the thing. If you take into account, so how many extra figures?
Yeah.
So you have 3 extra Cobra figures now. You have the Ace, and you have the new pilot, which was on the box but not actually in the ever in the
package.
line. Then you have Scarlet, and then you
Oh,
have the
No
Night
chance they get
Force.
19k though. No.
No, and they shouldn't. But here's the thing. Even if you took all of those figures into account and you calculated them at, so what, there's 6 figures at what, $15 because they O-ring, so they like 3/4 inch ones. That's $90. You still have
What is it?
140
Yeah,
That's
there's a lot.
230.
There is
It's
a lot of
230
stuff
US.
with it as well.
That's
Absolutely,
fucking
but
mental.
you still have $140 worth of money that you need to justify. You have the explosion pack. The explosion pack and all that shit is to me, it's like 20-25 quid top. So
You've two like you've an ammo cart and a fuel tanker, a refueler tank as well,
Yeah.
don't you? And a kind of a tower thing.
Big,
Is there
big whoop.
is there parachutes with them as well?
They have parachutes, but the parachutes they came in the original ones as well. They came with the original Sky Striker.
I don't know. I definitely think it's a bit more than the. It's like the Rancor is nowhere near it for one.
No,
for one anyway.
The Ranko is nowhere near it. I think
No.
it is okay. True, it is getting closer to value,
Mm.
but the problem is the precedent that this will set is fucked. That's
Yeah,
my
because
biggest problem with it.
Any HasLab in future now, there's no one going to back it to the last couple of weeks. So let's see what they can add. Let's see what they can tempt us with. That kind of
Yeah.
thing.
But not only that, it's the fact that the GI Joe team thinks that they can now do vintage vehicles
Yeah,
at an
that's-
excessive premium. Because I mean, dude, there's the Cobra Rattler, there's the Night Raven, there's the Whale, there's the Tomahawk. They can do an endless amount of fucking vehicles that people would go fucking apeshit over. The problem is
that
those.
is the problem. Like, here's someone that actually backed it. Scuba Pete. He says, and welcome to the chat. By the way, I backed it value wise, short of grabbing my neighbour's jet for 70, no shoots, missing part. A complete Sky Striker with parachutes, 180ish in the vintage shop. Add a box, puts you over 200. Yeah, it's definitely. I think it's. I'd nearly say it's worth it, but a little bit under maybe.
But can I
As
just
I
say
said
something?
earlier.
So Scuba Pete, I appreciate you back that. I've nothing against you backing it. If you think it's worth it, go for it. The problem is what you just said there. You're talking about resale value for a vintage figure.
That's my big problem. Because, guys, there was a Sky Striker that came out in 2011 that retailed for 60 quid with 2 vehicles. Two
Ooh.
vehicles. So you're telling me that a
Different
new
times
Sky
of inflation as well, though. It's all these kind of things.
Mate, not
I know.
like not like that. That's
But
my
do you
beef.
not think that like the price game in general, when it comes to like
Yeah,
collecting this kind of stuff, has gotten like ridiculously high on things. Like there's a lot of
Simon,
things.
does the
Like I even look at
Star
like
Wars team
McFarlane
actually like
figures,
Star
like
Wars?
for instance, right?
I don't think so, Simon.
McFarlane figures shouldn't be 25, 30 bucks. They shouldn't. Like you look at WWE figures, like I mean the essentials, but for the basics, like they shouldn't be as high as they are. But as Brian was saying, it's all got to do with the inflation now. Everything's after, and this is the fucked up thing. Inflation has fucked the prices up on everything, but
I know.
our wages have all stayed the same.
I
Do
know.
you know what I go? Do you know what I think, Simon? And they showed it on the panel. The girl that was doing the Star Wars thing for the Rancor, she put a stormtrooper in his mouth. A Rancor, in my opinion, has never eaten a stormtrooper in any of the Star
fuck?
Wars films, as far as I can
Kathleen
remember.
Kennedy was in charge of that expose.
Mick Leonard, catch you next week, guys. Thanks, Mick. Thanks
Mick,
for dropping
good
by.
luck to you, man.
Check out Mick's podcast. Sure listen on Podcast Addict or wherever you get your podcasts, boys and girls. It's great
Nice.
fun. And Jonathan says 140 is a fair price.
Exactly.
Sky Striker, Black Series Snow Speeder was around that size, and
Yep.
was around that and similar size.
Yep.
And Scuba Pete, I don't think they do say Scuba Pete. No,
One other thing. So the Galactus figure,
Scuba
or
Pete. Oh god.
the Sentinel. The Sentinel was 350 quid, Brian.
Yeah, price for modern types is just ridiculous. I 100% agree with you there, but
But here's the thing: like the Sentinel was 350, but everything was new about it. Like they didn't take the old Toy Biz and scale it up. They didn't take the existing like Marvel universe and scale it up. They did everything new.
and
Right?
still got the knees wrong, so they're maybe better off using an old one.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Maybe that isn't the best point of comparison. But here's the thing: they charge you 350 quid for that. It included 2 action figures, an extra head, tentacles, and all of those extra goodies, right? And it's fucking massive. I still have the fucker here, dude. Like he's honestly,
Yeah, that's why I said the Galactus is definitely worth it.
like
It's bigger
How the
than
fuck-
that thing.
look at this shit. Look, like I'm this far back, and you can see how fucking big
He's
this
really
guy
taking
is.
up the
What's the size of what is he in scale like?
He's about
inches.
1.5 of my cocks. So
Well, he's half a Bruno right now, so
or 2
you
tubs.
fit about 3 times.
dude, you know what we should do, man?
Oh,
we should
my
fucking,
God. Yes.
I'm sorry.
we should fucking actually match up. You have the Sentinel as well, Brian, don't you?
No, I have the old Marvel Universe one, the smaller
Oh
one.
yeah. So what we
Wait.
should do is get Bruno's Sentinel and match it up against my fucking 32-inch Steve Austin
Or you.
or me. Well, to be fair, fucking Steve Austin is a half a tub, so
Damien says, each time I see that jet, it reminds me a little of Manto Force. And you remember that line? Yeah.
Yeah,
I had
action
all of
figures,
those fucking yellow and red dudes. It was so cool, that line.
don't know if I remember
I
that.
think it was did little yellow, red, white dudes, and did like all spaceships and stuff. There was a big grey spaceship which I always wanted. It was always like the most expensive one. And I remember going to England about when I was like 10 or 12 with my parents and finding it at a car boot sale for like 50p.
Yeah,
Hold on, I'm gonna find a picture of this thing actually.
do because I'm fucking.
Yeah, I want to see
It
that.
seems familiar, but I can't get the picture in my head.
In front of you, my friend. Okay, I have it. Uno momento.
They're okay.
Black Barracuda, Damien says.
Black Bear. I think that could be it. Share the screen. Share the
Fuck
screen.
rockets.
I just always think of the guy in the Lego movie Spaceship. Every time I think of it,
Oh,
that's the one.
oh, nice.
Oh yeah, okay.
Then
I
all
do
the
remember
little
that.
vehicles inside it too.
Yeah,
I got that for 50p.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you jizz him when you saw that price?
Yes. And I also got that.
Recently, like, or back when you were a kid?
A long time ago when I was 13.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
14.
yeah.
But the
But
same
sure,
day,
I was only talking about this the other day, right? like I had like back when I was a kid, you know, like fucking all the Star Wars stuff. Like I had the Millennium Falcon, I'd fucking like the Death Star, the whole fucking lot. Like, and then we moved, and like all that shit got lost.
You melted them all. Don't lie.
No, no. I would never have melted Star Wars, but I definitely melted Star Trek.
Yeah, so would I. Simon said
I
the
had
rank
just
was from
angered
70
one
times
half of the
max.
fucking the
350
fan base
my
there now.
arse. Yeah, take off all the articulation, and it's practically big,
Yeah.
massive, poopy piece of plastic.
It's like, I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I can see, it literally seems like a massive glorified Build-A-Figure.
This, Brian,
Yeah.
in fairness, no way defending the Star Wars team, but all of Hasbro's marketing people are fucking cringy as hell. The Transformers chick bang on about the amazing mobile phone game. I would say that, but the Marvel ones are really good. I know they can be a bit cringy, but they seem to be the best of them. But anytime they do those big fan things, they're terrible. Especially the guy with is he Ginger, the guy in the Star Wars one? He actually looks like something from Blade Runner or Replicant or something. There's like no emotion there at all. Is
Yeah.
he Patrick when you guys
Dead,
was going out
dead
with him?
inside. Dead inside.
Which is so sad.
So sad. Damn, Brian beat me to it. I loved Mantiforce. Yeah, the Black Barracuda, so cool. The Bog Rocket was the red one, I think. Fucking so cool, those stuff.
Oh, wait,
Dan,
that's an actual vehicle? I thought that it was like a turd, the bog rocket.
No, I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the fucking the Bog Rocket. So cool. Da da. Who's home in The Simpsons?
Fucking helltops.
that wasn't me.
So yeah, that's the Bog Rocket. Massive fucking thing.
Jesus.
So cool. And what you had, the picture's so shite. It all opened up inside as well, so you could have stuff in the inside of it.
Lads, all their fucking toys were cool.
Just made for battle station. It's so cool.
But here's the thing, all the toys as well just wouldn't give a fuck. They were so original. Like
Yeah.
they were just doing something new, different. They were
Mask
like,
and
yeah.
Mantiforce, all those are so cool.
Fuck me, man. Now that's a live action fucking movie I want to see.
They're redoing it.
Mask.
They are doing it.
Yeah,
sure
there's
they-
talks
Yeah.
that's been turned into a live action. But actually, I have
Said
a
no
question,
joking.
just a bit of
Said
conversation
last
here
one was
before we move on to the next thing. All right?
Go on.
Can
hurry.
ye remember the first DVD and the first Blu-ray you ever bought?
Yeah,
Okay, what is it?
the Eminem show, the cartoon that Eminem made.
That was your first.
I-
That was your first
I-
DVD.
That's a fucking good DVD. Mine is gonna be fucking weird. It's See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
Kane.
Mine
my
was
first DVD.
Gladiator.
Oh,
That's
I
a really
still
good
own
one.
a Gladiator DVD in my collection.
And what was your first Blu-ray?
Oh man, that is gonna be a fucking hard one. I'm going to say my first Blu-ray. I think it was The Dark Knight, actually. I think The Dark Knight was my first Blu-ray. Either
I
that
think-
or was the Star Wars collection. I think I still have it here. Where
I
is
think
it? Or was it-
Avatar might have been my first one.
Do you want to know what my first one
Oh.
was?
Go on.
Debbie
show
Does
off.
Dallas.
Gladiator.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm not even joking. The first DVD I ever bought was Gladiator, and I remember I went in and I remember when they released when Blu-rays were a thing. The first Blu-ray I bought was the special edition Blu-ray of Gladiator. I had three copies of it. Like,
Jonathan says there, Hasbro have moved the HasLab model from making things that could never be done at retail to just
Yep.
another method of ripping off fans by using it to
Mhm.
push items that could easily be sold at retail.
It's true.
Pure
That's true.
greed. Pure greed, yeah.
The Bodge, the
Marvel teams
Unicron,
always-
even the Sentinel. Like those things at those sizes, I can appreciate them not having done it at retail. Everything else that they've come out with, okay, maybe Galactus, I'll still give a pass. But everything else, like, what the fuck? You could have put that at retail, you fuckers.
Mm. The Marvel team's always the main three lads when they did the X-Men animated series session of PulseCon. It was that whole PulseCon thing, every panel was just so long and dragged
Yeah.
out. I even did a bit of a live stream and I felt
Oh,
like
I
falling-
remember that.
I felt like falling asleep. It was like, are they ever going to get to the fucking reveals? But usually they're not too bad on the fan when they have their own kind of thing just set aside. Damien said, I hope he didn't melt Star Trek the Baylock He's worked on now, Tubbs. Balak.
Oh no, it was actually Damien. It was actually a Picard figure, that I melted.
Simon. That doesn't look like my bog rocket.
See, that's what I thought it was. The bug rocket.
The
Exactly.
bog rocket had an opening trapdoor for a death pit. Great imaginations, even the aliens. Yeah, the aliens are like tentacle monster type things. I remember those actually.
Yeah.
Do you remember that fucking old TV show?
Old TV series.
Call
on
Trapdoor.
DVD. Yeah,
Yes.
the
I
ball
do.
game thing.
So I don't remember it from my time because I'm not from the UK, obviously. But I remember a friend of mine actually showing me Trapdoor.
In where you lived, it was called Trapdoor. My bad.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you've got your national hero is the guy that goes, shoo.
Yeah. He's still a fucking hero, bro. Look at that.
He's a fucking
Come on.
wanker, is what he is.
Aye, okay. Maybe a little. Fuck it. I'm not gonna get him.
Yeah. So before we go, guys, let's talk about Hawkeye episode 3.
Yes.
And
Sploosh.
also a quick chat about the Spider-Verse trailer.
Splooge.
So yeah, what did you guys think of Hawkeye?
How much can we? So are we talking
So-
on this without spoilers though?
Let's go full spoilers. On
Yeah, I
this.
mean, if anyone in the chat hasn't seen it, like, this is probably the time to jump out of the
Okay.
or let us
out
know
of
in
the
the
conversation.
chat. Or
Yeah.
let us know in the chat if you haven't
Actually,
seen it
let
so far.
us know in the chat.
Yes,
actually,
don't open that trap door. Poor Keaton.
Feed me.
So yeah, like let's talk about it. Or, you know,
I'll tell
it
you
was
what.
it was a really enjoyable episode. I found it went really, really super fast.
Yep.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
over like that. And
But-
I checked the timestamp. It was like 48 minutes. or
But I
something
think,
like
and
that.
I said the same thing to you.
Like
I mean, it flew by. But I think
Mm.
because it was such a like, there was so much
was-
happening. It was such a good episode. I don't
Yep.
even think you felt it go.
No.
It was top quality, as we said.
Yeah, it really
Yep.
was.
It was the pacing of it at every point was perfect. Is what I'll
Yeah,
say.
I'd
because-
almost say it was one of the best episodes of any of the shows so far.
Yep.
And it is a high bar to me anyway, because I loved most
Dude,
of Loki.
do you know when
Yep.
they got
I
in
loved
the
WandaVision.
car? And I loved that they did it this way when they came out of the building and then the red fucking sports car was there from
Yeah,
the
he's
comic.
like, I'm not smashing a
Yeah.
Challenger.
And he was like, "No, let this one." It was the old fucking the was it a Chrysler or something? I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
It was
But
like
it's when they got
fucking
into the
Catherine
car
Yeah.
and then the camera just goes and does this like insane one shot, like the entire way, like, spinning around and angles. And then when she gets up on the side and it actually locks into her perspective, it's here. And
Yeah.
then when she pulls the bow out, it comes out towards the bow or to
Yeah.
the top. It was such a good fucking thing.
Did
But
any of you guys? Did any of
The
you
one
guys, sorry,
scene, Brian, go on.
Did any of you guys watch the Disney Plus the trailer of it? They actually showed this scene for a bit of it, but they cut out loads. So like when
Yeah,
she
yeah.
runs to the car and she says something, it's like I can't hear you or whatever. It's not. They don't show that he has an earpiece or any of that. Like, so they really
I
re-edited that and
genuinely
everything,
love that they've done this, by the way.
Mm.
That like Hawkeye is actually like hearing impaired. I think like that scene in the kitchen where he's like,
So we're going full
Like-
spoiler talk now, guys.
oh yeah,
Just
we're
to give
going
you
we're
a
going
warning.
full spoiler talk.
Yeah, nobody said
Um,
anything, so fuck it.
Yeah.
But it's the scene in the kitchen where he's talking to like when he thinks
Oh,
he's talking to
phone.
his daughter, but it's
Oh,
his son,
It's
and she's
heartbreaking.
writing him. Dude, the acting Renner performed in that scene was fantastic.
Mm.
It
It
is.
really kind of was a heartfelt thing. And it's one of those
Yeah.
things that seemed to be setting up that, like, remember the scene in the first episode where he was on about this is going to be like a great Christmas, and he was like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And what do you want to do? And in 2 episodes, he's kind of missed 2 of his kids' suggestions.
Mm.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of going like, that's it, and then there's a lot of weight there to it. But and I love the chemistry between himself and
Yep. Haley Seinfeld.
Okay.
Haley Steinfeld. She's brilliant as Kate Bishop. I mean, I've heard a lot of people go like, "Oh, she's too dry and she's not fucking." I was like, "Fuck off." I mean, like you. I mean, it is that thing. Opinion. It's opinion based. You know yourself. But I genuinely think she's fantastic in this show. She's a breath of fresh air, man. And
Yeah, and she's
and
also
she-
Spider-Gwen as well in the
Yeah.
into the Spider-Verse.
yeah. Which do you know what I mean?
Spider.
Is crazy that we're like talking. And I'll be honest about the next topic we get onto. I'll talk about it when we get there. But no, for me, this this was the best episode of Hawkeye so far. And if I'm being honest, it was probably one of the best episodes in the entire run of the Marvel TV shows.
Exactly what Brian
For
said.
me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I'll be honest, it's fucking crazy. It's insane that like when I saw the slate of the TV shows from like WandaVision and Loki and fucking Captain America, or was it Winter Soldier and Falcon?
One of your first go-tos, like, would it?
Never in my fucking wildest dreams would I have thought that Hawkeye would have been the show that I'm like going, this is actually turning out to be one of my favorites so far.
Yeah.
I love that they officially christened Pizza Dog as well.
Yeah.
I hope
like,
to do,
like,
because in the comic, there's an
know,
episode completely from his point of view. So I'd love if they did a sequence like that in episodes. Would be fucking
because
awesome.
I mean, Brian knows this. Brian knows this comic that's kind of in and around this is what this is based on. I know sections and bits of it. I don't know enough to kind of piece it together. But let's talk about the big fucking elephant in the room in this episode.
Are we ready to go down the Mephisto hole again?
Yeah, I mean,
it's what these
that
shows
fucking
do
her
so
uncle's
best,
Mephisto.
Yeah,
Uncle.
I think it's what these shows do the best. It's like leaving a string for them because they know the fanboys will go.
But I think the string this time, I genuinely do think the string this time
it's true.
is genuinely not a string. I think this is building towards bringing him into this. Like
it is 100%.
The fact as well that like when episode 1 and 2 was premiering or whatever, Vincent D'Onofrio was like, "Oh, on Twitter, oh, you guys should check out this Hawkeye show. It's awesome."
Yeah,
I'm like, actors don't do that shit unless they're fucking in it. Like.
Exactly.
I mean, they could be trolling us, but and I do love that.
They have been known to. Ralph Boner, anybody?
They actually got.
Yeah.
They actually got a deaf actress to play Echo,
and she's brilliant as well.
She's actually legitimately deaf. Like I thought it was it's great to see that they did that.
No.
Do you know? I mean, and I loved. And I loved as well.
Tubbs has sold it to me. Seems definitely worth watching. Yeah, 100%. Simon is really, really good.
Simon.
He said you sold it to him.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure if Tubbs.
I thought you froze there for a second.
I was like, is Tubbs under like? Does he have some latency, or is that just Tubbs?
No. I was stopping to read. I was reading the comments because it seems to be coming in later on my side.
But yeah, it's fantastic.
But
you'll enjoy it, I think.
But even the sequence on the bridge was fucking crazy. Like with all like the Pym fucking particle fucking like that shot where like he just made the fucking boy huge. But that
was insane.
There was one shot. It was actually kind of
it was so good as well.
It was when Hawkeye was like taking him out with like the arrows. He was just firing arrows into like their shoulders and their thighs. But then he just turned and he kind of like he did exactly what he did in the first movie. It's like what I loved about this was a lot of kind of callbacks. You know, when they came off the bridge, diving back when she grabbed the bow and all this kind of stuff. Joe thinks that had a lot of callbacks, but there was that one shot where he literally just turns like that and then shoots your man in the hand and pins him to the wall.
Scuba, I have so much
with the arrow.
To catch up. Scuba Man, it's a never-ending like thing of pop culture stuff that's hitting us week by week.
Yeah,
there's so much to watch.
And let's talk about the fucking crazy thing. Now, I have a fucking theory, and I don't know, and I wanted to run this by you. Do you know when you see Echo, the way it starts with her fucking basic, it's like her kind of like backstory.
Which is great, by the way, to be clear. The way
and it was brilliant, but it was when she gets older and she gets to like the part where it's where her dad kind of like these boys are, and Ronan is just slicing through him left, right, and center. Theories by Tubbs, but I know, but Ronan is killing them all, and then she gets in, and then he kind of goes through the window, and her dad is kind of stabbed, and he dies and stuff, and all that kind of crack. That's the swordsman, right? That's not fucking Renner.
No, because he did say.
This is what I know. This is what I think, because when you see how they ended this episode, when your man holds that sword out at Renner's face, he's about to turn towards him. I reckon that they have a connection. I reckon that's how Renner became Ronan.
Well, in the comics, Echo is the one that starts using the Ronin suit first.
But see, this is what I'm saying. But do you think, because they went with the whole father death thing, do you reckon that that's the, like, I reckon when he was trying to mad to get that blade back, remember the thing, and he took it? I reckon it's because he owned that blade first. That's
So
my theory.
you reckon that he was actually the first Ronin?
I reckon
around?
Renner. I reckon he trained, or I don't know trained, but I reckon he
Like they
he
have
was
been known
Ronin
to cross paths in the comics and
before
stuff.
like Hawkeye became Ronin.
That would be fucking sick, actually.
That's what I reckon. And so she's chasing fucking Ronin, and it's not even Hawkeye that actually killed her father. I reckon that's going to be the.
Well, he did say to Kate Bishop as well that he did have run-ins with the Ronin, or with the Tracksuit Mafia as Ronin. Like, so it could have been him, or it could have been the Swordsman. I don't know.
I mean,
It's
I could be
interesting.
completely wrong. I mean, like just I said, because I did like the part where they
That's
were
a good
asking,
theory.
where she was
I
asking
like
him
that.
like about Ron, and he was telling her about like, you know, she just put it on, she doesn't have a clue about any of this, and then like he like explains it like who killed Ron, and it was Natasha Romanoff. He says Black Widow.
Yeah.
Like she didn't kill him, but like psychologically she did.
She got rid of him, yeah.
Because she
that was
pulled
a
him
good
out
thing.
of that life. You know what I mean?
But
She pulled
also,
him back.
how the fuck did they get the suits? That's what I want to know. Like, how the fuck
Avengers.
did that
This is
suit?
what I mean. This is what I mean. Is like I mean, and you've seen the watch as well. Do you remember they were mad to get the watch out of the? I think that was Tony Stark's watch, was it?
No, it was his. He said he was.
Yeah.
Didn't he say like they did something that Avengers Tower was sold and stuff?
That's what it is. So
Oh.
maybe,
A lot of stuff will be there.
yeah.
Do
So
you
I
reckon
mean, like,
it's the thing
Also-
that they got out when the
you reckon that's going to be Fisk Tower?
plane crash?
Did you notice as well that when that attack was happening, the name above the door was like Fat Man Autos.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that.
Well, first thing I seen, I was like, oh, definitely. King.
See, this is what
I
I'm saying.
know
I mean,
because I have in my head that he's coming. I'm looking out for every little thing that I see in it.
but
Every
that
clue.
that's my theory on the Ronin side of it. Anyway, I reckon the swordsman, fucking your man that's like marrying fucking,
Jacques.
Kate
Jacques,
Bishop's
yeah.
fucking mother, like, and I reckon, to be fair,
She's in on it as well. She's bad too. I
there's
reckon.
something not right there. You know, she
She's
looks
not
like
right,
she's
no.
she looks like she's fucking kind of in on something as well. But I genuinely do think that the swordsman, I keep fucking forgetting his name in the
Jacques.
show. I
Jacques
reckon he was.
Jacques
That's my
Dufresne.
theory anyway. I could be completely wrong on this, or I could fucking be completely right. But that's my theory. I reckon he was Ronin before Hawkeye.
That would be a
And I
nice
reckon
theory.
yeah,
That would be a really nice theory. I mean, just to
because
break
I
it
just
up
think there's
that.
like they showed like Ronin killing her father, and then that's her motivation to kill like Ronin now. But I'm kind of going, oh man, fuck me. I think this other good dude was the dude that did that.
And he was
And
using
then
his sword
maybe
as well first.
because
That
how
could
long
be.
was Ronin kind of like cracking around before Hawkeye took on that suit?
But then, hold on. When Hawkeye, like
When
towards the
Hawkeye
end,
put down the Ronin suit, there would have been 5 years, wouldn't there? Of a break
yeah, there
because
would
of
have
the
been.
split.
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah. Well, you don't know
whatever.
when he started out as the Ronin, to be fair.
It was
But
pretty
that's
much
my point.
after the first snap, though.
It's
He was
unclear.
Yeah, but you don't know when. Like, if it was like a year, 2 years, 3 years, however
Yeah,
long after. That's what I'm
that
saying.
side of his arc is unclear. Like, so I think this show is going to open that up a little more.
Like,
But then, towards the end, when the swordsman obviously faces off with Hawkeye, right? Because he has the sword. If he knew who he was, wouldn't he have called something else? Like, what are you doing
No,
here? Kind of.
I
it
watched
cut
that
off,
as well.
though, didn't it?
No, they did. The minute he turned to look at him, they cut the episode.
Yeah, they cut
Oh,
it off.
fuck,
And I was like,
that's
oh!
So he didn't. Like, there
He said
wasn't
something.
there was time to show you the reaction,
So I
which was
reckon
very
they
fucking clever.
They do
And
know
why
each
would they
other.
have done that?
Yeah. There's history there, like, definitely, I think.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That there's definitely history there between them. So I definitely think, like, I mean, like, wouldn't it be fucking mental if like this was some like fucking Bruce Wayne, fucking Ra's al Ghul type shit, you know, like where he actually trained him. He actually trained him as the Ronin.
But some
and,
part,
like, and gave him the suit.
there's comic runs where they've trained together. I think I'm not sure if any of them trained each other, like, but yeah, interesting. But October 2022, Across the Spider-Verse trailer just yesterday.
I gotta be honest, man. This
do you
one
think,
took me
guys?
by complete fucking surprise yesterday.
Miguel
Yeah, when I
O'Hara.
saw it first, I thought it was a comic thing. Do you know,
That's what I thought it was as well when I saw it,
What?
and then it was an actual. But did you notice it's Across the Spider-Verse Part 1?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's going to be two.
It's a two-parter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
I love 2099 Spider-Man, so I cannot wait for this.
I'm annoyed by it being
before
two
we
parts.
move on
though.
to it, I actually before like 'cause when I saw this, I actually saw some other news as well. DC side quickly was.
Here we go.
Do you remember?
Here we
Do you
go.
remember? Do you remember the conversation we had about the animated the animated Injustice movie? They did one,
Yes.
and like we said, it should have been stretched out to like a series or like a trilogy or something. They're doing Crisis on Infinite Earths, the animated comic, but they're breaking
nice.
it into a trilogy. It's going to be released as an animated trilogy, which is fucking way better. Fuck you, Brian, with your DC snooze. But yeah, I saw that, and then I saw the Across the Spider-Verse being a two-parter as well, which I was
I
fucking
suppose
deadly
it
happy about.
can't be an anniversary without that coming up once and every so often.
No, but what I mean, I'm not trying to talk what you see, but what I mean about that whole concept is, I think it's brilliant when they decide to do that with animated versions of these bigger kind of concepts, these bigger stories. They kind of flesh them out.
I think they can milk them out properly. They can.
Yes, and the fact that, but how crazy is it that fucking you have fucking what's his name? Man, my brain is fucking gone.
Who, Miguel?
Spider-Man 2099, Miles Morales.
No, I can't fucking man. Name the kid.
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales. Jesus Christ, why couldn't I get that out of my mouth? Miles Morales fighting Miguel, like I thought that was fucking cool.
But did you also? You guys appreciated how old Miles looks as well?
He was a lot older.
Yes, he's gotten older. And did you notice that Gwen Spider Gwen is actually aged as well?
And her hair's longer. Her hair's significantly longer. Like,
which is cool because I mean they could have because animations normally do it like where they just it could be like 2-3 years later or whatever and it still looked the very fucking same. It can be jarring, but I do like the little attention to detail on this that they've actually made it.
That same damn song.
But like, I know this was like a very much more. It was more a teaser than it was a trailer.
Oh, it was definitely like you got nothing from the story, and I'm okay with it.
Whipped across dimensions by Spider-Man 2099.
But did you notice the animation style completely changed when he was fighting Miguel?
Yeah. So when he was fighting Miguel, going through like the spider, I don't know whatever the fuck he was going through there.
The multiverse hoops.
Yeah. It definitely did not feel like the Into the Spider-Verse, as in Miles in his own hometown. It felt like that he was adapting more to obviously.
Yeah, that made me laugh. So I'm still grounded, like.
True.
Still grounded.
Yeah.
I love that he spent all the time like trying to get all the shit out of the way. Like he's like jocks in his underwear, and then she still found the book with the drawing of her.
And he, yes.
But then she still picks the book up with the drawing in it and stuff like.
Yeah.
I would fucking love, and this is only me. This is not going to happen, but I would actually love effing like, No Way Home. That like.
An animated version of Spider-Man.
Emma Stone shows up as like Spider-Gwen for like a fucking cameo or something. It'd be fucking cool.
But she has to look like. Well, actually, that being said, oh fuck, we can't have it now.
We don't have a Gwen Stacy in the universe yet.
No.
In that universe yet.
But see, that's why I think it would be fucking cool. Is like if she showed up and like Andy Garfield's like, oh my god, you're alive. I don't know who you are. And he's like, I'm gonna cry again.
Jesus. Tubb is like zero compassion. It's like fuck you.
As long as we don't have to see,
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like sweated out my eyeballs a bit when that happened because I fucking I was one of those people that really, really fucking loved Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone's
Andrew
chemistry.
Garfield, when he cried, there was actually emotion behind it.
Yeah.
Not like
as much as I love the original kind of like Spider-Man movies, Tobey Maguire looked like he was, I don't know, like I don't know, trying to get up like a chicken bone or something.
He just looks when he cries, it looks ugly. And honestly, after Spider-Man 3 as well, oh god.
Oh, Spider-Man 3, Christ!
I rewatched it last week. I regret.
I can't get myself to watch it again. I can't.
I did see a comment online, Bruno. It was like it showed it was like on about that scene they'd taken like from the trailer where you see like MJ falling off the top of the tower and like Tom Holland's kind of diving down to kind of grab her, and then it kind of hits the black screen and it was like going like, I wonder who'll save MJ, and then it was like, and then it showed fucking Andrew Garfield kind of like trying to save his Gwen Stacy, and she
Yeah.
dies,
Hope it's not
and he's
her.
like, and then you just see Bully Maguire then coming out to the corner going like that, right? He's like, and it shows him save Gwen Stacy. He's like, is he going like, oh man, Bully Maguire's rising fucking Andrew Garfield. I love it.
Oh. But yeah, so it's not. We're here for another week. Yeah, it's the 15th. It's out over here. So
Yes,
long to
that's
go,
next.
guys.
It's out next week.
not long to go. You excited?
I genuinely want to go see this, but I mean, I think from what I'm hearing, it's going to be hard to get tickets to this fucking movie, man.
Go early. You'll still get tickets, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hope
It's not as bad over here than as the US. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the
States.
States was. I mean, from what I heard, like they were apparently people were selling tickets for online for like 25 grand, and people were fucking trying to buy them. It's mental shit. Like,
Wow! Like,
yeah,
fuck that. So here's
that's
the thing.
America.
America, land of the free.
America.
America, man, America.
I am excited about it. I am also more. So the second trailer put me less at ease. So I really liked the first trailer that we got, but or the one where we saw "Hello, Peter" and like you have Doc Ock coming
Peter.
out.
Yeah.
But everything else, to be honest, I don't know. I'm nervous about it because I'm afraid that they're going to try and do too much and they're going to fuck it up.
I mean, and this has
Stop
been.
sexy. Sorry for the delay and showing up. We're streaming. How the fuck are you? We're fucking
What's the
stupid,
story,
my
Peds?
friend. We're just
But,
having a
But
chat
no,
about Spider-Man before we head off.
hopefully that this is the one that breaks that like curse, because that has been seems to be the running thing with
Damien,
the Spider-Man
you are
movies.
hard for Mysterio. It has to be said.
Like, do you
Hope
think
the
do
villain
you
is
think
Mr. Goldfish
Mysterio
Bowl.
is going to show up as like the
Yes.
sixth villain
Yes.
in this?
Very possibly, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Because it genuinely does. I mean, it genuinely does seem that like they're pushing for a Sinister Six combo in this.
Oh yeah,
Um,
100%.
Or like that theory we saw yesterday, Bruno, of the
Yeah.
Hobgoblin being the sixth one.
Oh
Yeah, because, I mean-
the 3-6 was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Two.
Yeah, I mean, look, I wouldn't rule that out, or maybe even a variant of like a friend in the already placed universe is the Hobgoblin in this.
Well, so here's this. This isn't my theory. So I sent this to Brian, but basically there's a theory that basically says anytime there's been an appearance or that they are teasing an appearance of a character, it will actually be they call out the comic book number where that they appeared in.
Yeah.
And you know when it was, who the fuck was it before?
Basically, in the bridge scene in the trailer, there's a number plate that says like the number.
It's license plates on cars that have done it.
Number plate where the character showed up and what issue and stuff.
Yeah.
And
And like the Hobgoblin,
train scene is the one where the Hobgoblin first showed up.
Yeah.
The numbers.
and it's like number 243 or something, which is like first appearance of Hobgoblin.
Paddy, if you want me to hop on with a hot take about Welcome to Raccoon City, I would say yes, but I have to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to be going off this in a minute.
Yeah,
But
same.
next week, definitely.
Yeah,
Paddy.
Next week is our last show for Christmas, right?
No, the week after, I think. Still 2 more weeks, I think.
The week after is Christmas, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, 5th, 12th, 19th. Then Christmas. I'm
Which
pretty sure.
is Christmas weekend.
Yeah,
I don't know,
so we have another
whatever.
show after next week. 2 more
No.
shows, then Christmas.
What's today's date?
5th.
The
So it's the
fifth.
12th and the 19th, then Christmas.
Oh, fuck me. Joe, there's more time left than me. Dude, I thought we were closer than
I'm finally
we
caught up
are.
with the MCU. Spent last week binging the Disney shows. Jeez, I almost said DC.
Yeah, Crazy Paddy Murphy at the moment is actually watching fucking the MCU chronologically from the very
Damien
beginning.
said it, 3 weeks.
Nice.
Also, this is just for Tom's. Fuck Christmas. Lots of love from Paddy the Grinch.
I
I agree.
And,
I
and
agree
do you know
at the
what
moment,
I fucking?
Paddy.
Do you know what I fucking watched last night?
Nick, yes, Paddy.
I made Phil O'Connor, Mr. Boogie Bop, sit down and watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Classic. Fucking
Yeah.
classic.
Fucking love it.
Only one Christmas movie, and it stars Bruce Willis. You know this, Tubbs.
Now, and this is a question for you. I do know what you mean, and it is fucking Die Hard, motherfucker. All right?
No,
But,
it's Die Hard. There's no motherfucker at the end.
but you know the way
Yeah,
Die Hard...
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
You know the way there's like that conversation with Die Hard is it really a Christmas movie? It fucking is, so shut up. But anyway, there is a conversation, right? Is it or isn't it?
It takes place
I
at
ask you
Christmas.
this.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, and you watch it on Christmas.
Lethal Weapon, Christmas movie or not?
Oh, fuck you. No.
I don't know. I honestly
It's
don't know.
at Christmas, buddy. The whole thing's set around Christmas.
So, true, but I
agree,
don't
Brian.
tend
The
to
Fifth
watch
Element is the
shit.
best Christmas movie.
Well, to be fair, the same
Multitask.
argument could be made with Die Hard. Is like it's an action movie in a big, huge,
Multitask.
big ass
But here's
building set
oh,
at
fuck.
Christmas.
Okay,
And
so the thing
I-
is,
Iron Man
I
3
don't-
is
But
a
I
Christmas
believe
movie.
that Lethal
Crap
Weapon
one, but still.
is as Christmas is a
Shit.
Christmas movie, just like Die Hard.
that's a fair point. I hadn't thought about it like that.
Yeah,
But doesn't Mel Gibson hate all those people?
he hits certain types of
Yeah, let's leave that one there
Holidays.
for where I
Passion
left
of Christ. Passion of Christ.
it.
you know?
Yeah.
but
Works for me.
and then and that's
I'm
and
like,
there's
"No,
another
Park
one.
Episode."
And if you want to have like your brain melted and your Christmas spirit kind of fucked with,
Yes.
you got to check out the brand new Home Alone movie.
Oh no,
Oh,
no,
nice.
no, 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 no.
Can I ask you a question? Serious
No.
question,
Fuck you.
right? When you watch the original Home Alone,
My
right?
favorite Christmas movie is Trading Places.
Trading Places.
I
Wait,
know
what?
it, but I can't picture it.
I'm trying to picture it
It's
as well.
oh
Oh
Eddie
my
Murphy
god, Eddie
and-
Murphy and
yeah, and Dan
Dan
Aykroyd.
Aykroyd.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know it's very.
But
cool film.
no, but in the original Home Alone,
Yeah.
you were like the whole concept of that movie is you were rooting for the kid, right?
Yeah, of course.
Now
yeah.
you're rooting for the bad guys in this one, I suppose.
No, it's fucking weird. In this new movie, no spoilers. I'll give you a quick
Well, I
breakdown.
love Joe Pesci, so I was always rooting for the bad guys.
In this movie,
I'm gonna get you, little fuck.
the kid in this movie is he's not a nice kid. He's a straight up fucking asshole.
Oh,
And his family are lovely, but he's a dickhead. And then he gets left behind. And the people
Probably
that
because he's a
kind of
dickhead.
break into the house aren't breaking in to steal their shit. They think there's no one there, and they're just trying to retrieve their property that the kids stole.
oh fuck!
So you're
gonna watch it
basically
now.
What?
like, so you're
I'm definitely
basically
rooting for the bad guys then.
so you're basically watching these two robbers, right? Not robbers, but people that are literally just trying to get their fucking property back to save
So
Christmas
kid
and
is
their
mega
mortgage
dislikable.
because they're
And
trying
he's
to
what-
sell this
he's-
like this
he-
doll that's worth a lot of money, and they can save, it can give them the Christmas, that they,
That the kid
that-
stole as well. Fuck.
and the
It's
kid fucking just
Jojo
stole
Rabbit
it.
as well, isn't it?
And he's an asshole, and he's just a prick of a kid, and you're watching it going, who am I fucking rooting for in this movie? Like,
So hold on. I'm not gonna watch this, so I don't actually give a
I'm
fuck
white
about
now,
spoilers.
actually. It sounds interesting.
No, but I need to know. Do the bad guys get to what they
No,
need?
no.
Do they-
I don't need to know. I don't need to
You
know.
can't
Okay,
say that
Brian
because
doesn't want
that's
to.
a-
Brian doesn't want to know.
that's a
Okay,
spoiler.
fine.
But
no,
Sai says
but-
the kid is mega dislikable.
but I will say one thing
Yeah.
is, if I genuinely, because obviously I've seen Home Alone, so I know the setup. Oh, the family leaving behind, and he's happy, but then he has to like fight off the robbers. And when I was watching this, I was kind of going like, don't
It's
hurt
good
the
to
fucking robbers. They're nice fucking people. They just want their stuff back.
The kid is just a turd.
What
Fuck
about
Yeah,
the
he's
war?
just
What
an
about the war
awful
of the
fucking kid.
Roses
He's just
clubs?
he's just a shitty kid. And you're kind of going,
Fuck, I haven't seen it.
whose idea was it to make Home Alone where it was like the reverse version of what the original was like?
Oh my god. So, do you reckon that's how like? How do I put this? Do you reckon that kids today would watch that and be like siding with the kid? They'd be like, yeah, good on you for stealing that property, mate.
I mean, I think
Exactly.
that's their concept. It's like he was just
Die Hard,
being
one of
a
my
kid, and
faves.
he just like took the thing because he's a
Audi
kid.
Sleeping Collectibles.
But but he's just
Home
just an
Alone is
asshole,
basically
man.
the 3 Dawn Stubs.
So the new Home Alone is basically.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Right.
Yes, Sai.
Lads, I
Uh,
need to go for another slash.
Debbie Does Lapland is my favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Debbie.
That's the one with all the tubs, is all the gnomes or the elves or whatever they are.
Gnomes.
Yeah, man.
Fucking hell.
And she's noshing them all off in the
Oh
greenhouse.
God,
like,
shut up, tubs. Simon.
Oh my god.
Spoiler alert.
So
Spoiler
yeah,
alert.
guys. I think we're gonna leave it there because I have to be up in the morning. Bruno has to
Go for a slash. I'm sorry.
exit his body from stuff. Tubbs is getting out of hand.
I'm not getting out of hand. Do you want to know what I'm doing?
You're
I'm
getting out of
fucking-
hand.
I'm gonna hit my fucking brand new keyboard and I'm gonna make some tunes. That's what I'm gonna
Oh,
fucking do.
wrecked the whole of my
Oh my
Ross's
God.
head with that.
Fuck 'em,
You're
they
gonna wear
keep me up fucking enough, right?
It's like, yeah, revenge. Revenge. All right.
Hmm.
I need to.
So,
Yeah, I definitely need to go for a piss.
A man
guys.
of culture, I see. A man of fine, cultured, fucking, yeah, and fucking granny fuckers. But I don't know what I'm saying.
Dropping at the end of it. Fucking pleasure. Yeah, Paddy, come on next week and chat about Raccoon
Yeah,
City. I
come
wanna
on next
hear
week
about
and talk about
Yes.
Rivendell.
But yeah, guys, thanks everyone for dropping in. This was our 40th episode. We went to some weird and strange places. It was a lot of fun.
I love it.
We started talking about Thanos and we ended up talking about our childhoods and stuff.
I'll be honest about it, man. I as I said a while ago, I felt
But,
that got really, really deep and really, really fucking crazily funny at the same time.
Yeah.
That was a really
that's
nice
what we
blend
try
of
and do, though.
conversation.
That's what we try and do and have real talk and banter.
Because look,
smushed
I've
in.
said it before. This is what I've said about this show before, and I mean it. I mean it. I fucking
Thanks,
love
Gilbert.
Bruno and I love Brian. I love you guys, man. It's awesome. This
Lots
show
of love.
cheers me
You too,
up
Pads.
if I've had a bad week and I'm on the fucking panel. But it's
Nice
just
one, Si.
2 hours plus of just
you.
nice, fun
Well, exert your
banter
bladder, Bruno. You've earned it.
about fucking
Thank you.
good
I
shit,
gotta
buddy.
go. I'm going like this fucking kidney stone.
Yeah,
I
sure,
fucking
lads.
hate
Thank you,
it,
make this
guys.
fucking
I'm gonna go.
man. I'm showering
I'm
you
going-
with love, and you gotta fuck off.
I'm
You
gonna.
go.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta
go.
do a golden shower.
I'm going to golden shower you. Yeah. Anyway, gotta go, guys. I'm sorry. I really
Later,
need to go.
guys.
Love you all. Fucking
We
love
shall
it.
see you all. Now he's gone. Can we do something? Am I joking? See you later, guys. Have a great day,
Yeah.
and a great evening, and a great week.
Bye,
And,
guys.
Let's end this. Thank you all.